Another season is upon us. Freshmen arrive wide-eyed with dreams of future glory, while seniors prepare for their last chance at immortality. There are only a handful of these opportunities in a man's life, a handful of chances to distinguish yourself from the rest. It's on these fields where history is made, where legends begin and heroes triumph. Traditions tell the story of what you represent, of those that forge the legacy you uphold. When you come charging out of the tunnel, 100,000 people will be watching your every move. How you respond to that pressure is what defines you. These are the moments that reveal your toughness, your determination, and your pride. The Roughnecks on the Sooner Schooner. Ralphie charging out of the gate. And Chief Osceola planting his spear. The time has come. Your time is now.
Hello and welcome to College Football Red Zone here on YouTube as well as Twitch platforms as well. We've had ourselves a very entertaining noon slate to get things started here in week number 4, and we find ourselves here on the precipice on a 3:30 window. A little bit smaller of a stream than usual because of some live circumstances. But because of some of those circumstances changes, that's why we're able to hop on the line here today, delivering all the heart-stopping action. But, you know, before we really get into these 3:30 games that are going to be happening around the country, so we're starting to see some finals happening around the college football landscape. Let's go ahead and take a deep dive into what we have going on throughout the nation, as I'm going to go ahead and share that screen and let it be known what we got going on here. So, that being said, as I actually need to move my camera, let me see if I can do that real quick. Move myself over to the... There we go. Okay. All right. We're good. Okay, so how about biggest game in the noon window right now? Texas Tech really pulling away from the Utah Utes right about now, man. It was a very defensive-minded battle. We certainly have seen that happen. Really a surprising defensive ball game happening right in front of our eyes, but Texas Tech able to pull away. Looks like they're going to come out on top 27-10. Texas Tech getting some love from the broadcast team. Top 10, and maybe, dare I say, with some of the flaws that we've seen from other teams around the nation, is this the top 5 team? I think they have a real say, given how dominant that they look at the line of scrimmage today against a Utah team that knows how to bring in the physicality day in and day out. So a big one there for Texas Tech. Looking to go to 4-0. In the meantime, getting some lookovers into Memphis and Arizona. Getting to about the last minute in this ball game. Memphis does have the ball. They do have the ball in their hands right about now. And Memphis is looking to close it out and pull off a big-time win against SEC Arkansas. Still have to run out the clock. Arkansas still has some timeouts. But with that being said, at the same time, Memphis is looking very good for them in terms of pulling away and getting the win. Plus, we have Maryland. Actually, they just went final recently as well. 27-10 your score. Malik Washington looking solid, not a liquid or gas either. So that's a nice little win for Maryland as they went final. Syracuse and Clemson, they're actually in a weather delay right now. That is not going to, I don't think that's starting anytime soon. But at the same time, though, what we have going on is Syracuse really putting the lumber on Clemson early. Syracuse might be a better team than expected. And then Clemson continuing to struggle. TCU and SMU, they just went final. TCU wins 35-24. Last time we're going to see the Battle of the Iron split in a little bit, which is a little bit disappointing. But, you know, it is what it is in terms of what college football realignment has done to us. Unfortunately, it is what it is from that standpoint. Bowling Green, they do get the backdoor cover. I don't know where they went. They just fell off my screen. They went down here. So Louisville does win convincingly, but Bowling Green, give them a little bit of credit. They do get the backdoor cover. They do win 40-17, but Bowling Green not really competitive. They're going to be eliminated from our CFP Eliminator Series. That'll probably come out either Monday or tomorrow, depending on how things shake out from that perspective. Looking around the country, got some games going into overtime or may have some overtime potential. North Texas and Army, they did enter into overtime right about now. North Texas had that convincing lead, but Army has gone back and they're able to knot this game back up. And then UNLV and Miami, in down to the last minute. They have their field goal kicker out as Texas Tech scores another touchdown. They're going to be up 34-10, bro. They're going to be up 34-10. Texas Tech really opening up that can of whoop ass on the Utah Utes now. Again, just really making a statement. Doesn't really do justice how this game was. This was a defensive battle, but Utah just running out of gas. And that's really what it barrels down to at the end of the day. How about Tennessee? We still have them. They're still getting through like the final quarter of action. But Tennessee looking like they're going to cruise to an easy win here, 56-17. Going to be your score. Big interesting question here from Edgar Gardner. And Clemson loses, will Dabo be fired? So I think that's a really fascinating question. We're assuming that if Clemson result holds, we're talking about them getting to what is it, like 1-3. I think no matter how bad the year ends up going for Dabo and the boys, I do think that Clemson, I think Dabo survives this year. I think he has so much respect being a national champion. And I mean, just as last year, they were 10-3. They did make the playoff. I don't see them being fired this year. Now, if it's the same thing happens next year, that could be an interesting conversation. I do think he survives the year. But with that being said, that's really what we have going on. 3:30 games are getting ready to kick off around the country. Let's go ahead and get things started. Beginning with Tulane and Ole Miss, they're kicking things off and officially underway. Let's go ahead, get this thing rolling here, man, as we're going to go ahead and let me get this audio turned on for Tulane and Ole Miss.
With Trinidad Chambliss, and for more, let's go down to Q.
Yeah, he will make his second consecutive start. This is a transfer from D2 Ferris State that led that team to a national championship. Last week against Arkansas, his feet, his mobility, very much a factor in that game. He loves to roll out. You'll see some nakeds. You'll see some boots. He likes the in-cutting routes, Mark, and he likes the double moves on the outside. This guy's got juice. He's a gamer and comes to life on game day.
Looked extremely confident last week in that victory against Arkansas. Threw for over 350 yards in all. 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Rebels. They're going to keep it on the ground with Lacey. Juan Lacey out to the 33-yard line. He has been a big star and a nice find for them. The transfer from Mizzou. John Sumrall, the second-year head coach for the Green Wave, really feels like his team has a great opportunity today.
They absolutely do. On the road at Ole Miss against a quarterback in Trinidad Chambliss, just making his second start at this level. Can you get him rattled, though, is the question.
Chambliss looking to pass, fires a dart complete, and out to the 46-yard line is Caden
top
Lee.
Corner bats it away.
Lee, the junior from Kennesaw, Georgia. It's up 13 on the play.
If you It's just a nice route.
All right, and then let me know, guys, as well, like whether I have like a good enough balance in terms of what we got going on between like the game audio itself as well as the actual like the audio from my mic. You know, let me know if that's good or if there needs like any tinkering that does need to happen.
Picks up 5. Roddy, we can expect to
we
see
do have a game break already. Interesting enough, though. So we do have a score already happening. It's Louisiana against Eastern Michigan. Louisiana able to march down the field right away as they're going to take an early 7-0 lead against the Eagles. But the short little drive for them that only lasts like 3.5 minutes.
Chambliss goes through his progression, hits Lacey out of the backfield, and a nice open field tackle by Javion White. Folks, you get a chance to actually hear his voice a little bit later. We had him mic'd in pregame.
Ton of time for Trinidad Chambliss in the pocket. Look how patient he is, looking left, right, and then eventually gets to the check down. A good open field tackle, though. Tulane, not a great tackling team. That a good one.
Bouncing it to the outside this time. Nice run by Chambliss. Keeps
oh, man, Chambliss has a chance to take it to the end zone. He's going to be just short. And then not only that, we do have a game break in the Florida State-Kent State ball game. So Florida State, they get the ball to start this game off. They do drive into the end zone for a touchdown. And just like that, we see Florida State take a 7-0 lead.
Lacey in the backfield gets it between the tackles, stopped up by Santana Hopper right near the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. But a big chunky yardage on that previous play by Chambliss, 41 in all.
Look at the end of the line of scrimmage. You got Javion White here and Bailey Despaney behind him. Both of those guys have
Memphis and Arkansas name does also go final as well. Memphis does win 32-31. Nice big win for the Memphis Tigers as they'll likely be the most difficult game on the schedule. Big win for Memphis, really making a name for themselves for that CFP conversation from a D5 perspective.
This is one of the best blocking skill position teams from a skill position standpoint in the entire country.
Well, Sam Howard, the injured player on the field, Roddy. 6'2" senior from Birmingham, Alabama. One of their top linebackers. And good to see him be able to walk off the field under his own power and agency. 12:38 to go, just underway. The big pivotal play so far, that run by Trinidad Chambliss. Q told you about his story a little bit earlier. Played several years at D2 Ferris State in Western Michigan. It wasn't his football tape that popped with Ferris State and the football program there initially. It was his basketball highlights. And the football coach there likes to recruit players that have a multitude of different skill sets.
He certainly has them, not just football, basketball, but on the football field. He's already shown the ability to throw it and the incredible athleticism running.
That was a career-long run of 41. 2nd and goal. Chambliss pulls it out of the gut, wide open. And
he was wide but naked open as well. That should have been a touchdown.
The transfer from Virginia Tech.
SEC is a little high. Yeah, I mean, like yes and no. So it's a really nuanced conversation when it comes with the SEC, right? So on one hand, I do genuinely believe the SEC is the best conference in college football. I do believe that. That being said, I think the gap between the SEC and the other major conferences in college football, I don't think it's as prevalent as what's made out to be by larger media outlets. So. And look at that. We got ourselves a touchdown on the board. So looks like we are going to see Ole Miss draw first blood early against Tulane. In the meantime, looks like we do have a potential scoring drive brewing for James Madison. They just crossed the 50-yard line against Liberty. While we're going to wait on the extra point, let's see what James Madison and Liberty can do.
Second down. Yeah, didn't get the official's mic there, but he's saying he was down. Get a look at it here. Just an inside zone, the handoff. Yeah, He was clearly down when the ball got ripped out. It's a good call by Crew, some Bell Crew.
That's Io Adei, the transfer from North Texas, who missed most of last season with an injury. And they're going to stop this before Liberty using a timeout.
Yeah, I don't think replay stopped. I think Liberty's calling a timeout, probably to give replay more time to look. But I thought we had a great shot there. Good job by our Crew. That knee looked down for the ball was out.
Well, Rini, this is a rivalry that is up and coming.
Yes.
They've got 10 meetings scheduled over the next 15 years between these two teams from the state of Virginia.
The ruling of the runner being down is under further video review.
Ooh, this is going to be really interesting. If this is overturned, then Liberty's going to take over, and they'll get some pretty good field position to work off of.
It has to be clear and obvious that he was not for the return.
Yeah, it's clear and obvious he was down. Adei's left knee looked down, then the ball got ripped out. It didn't look like it was moving beforehand. I think the officials got it right. And then the new verbiage as well is if they keep it, they'll say upheld when they come out. And Jamie Chadwell, he's trying to get his team off to a.
While we're waiting for the game breaks to happen, we do get some news. That UNLV actually is able to pull the come out back off. They do beat Miami 41-38. UNLV actually able to come back, and they're able to get that win against like the Miami Red Hawks. A gutsy win for UNLV, one that they were really trying to earn.
That would let them overturn that. We'll see if they see the same thing that we do. It's a Sunbelt officiating crew.
Correct. Yep. Use my handy dandy telestrator right there. The knees down. To me, the ball's still in the grasp of Adei until it gets ripped out by the defender. Be upheld.
After video review, the ruling on the field is upheld. Second down.
So I want to go back to this rivalry because
Liberty will not be charged with the timeout.
Talking to both staffs, they were excited. This rivalry.
All right. Meanwhile, Nebraska actually gets the first drive of the game in our Michigan-Nebraska matchup. And Dylan Raiola and the boys, man, they are already driving on what is a pretty good Michigan defense as the Cornhuskers are now inside the 40-yard line as well. We'll keep an eye on that drive, but we'll remain here on a James Madison and Liberty matchup.
Say, if there's a trophy, we want it. Let's play for it.
And Rita, we got a sold-out crowd to watch it. So second down at the Liberty 45 for JMU, Alonzo Barnett. It's been the only quarterback we've seen so far. Wayne
what a run.
A playmaker for the Dukes. He's a guy that can do a bit of everything. Not only can he run the ball, he can catch it.
And I talked about the deepness of the.
Ooh, yeah, James Madison, they got them keys out, and they are on a drive right now. I'll tell you what.
To be the #1 starter, returning player, excellent hands out of the backfield too, and you saw that explosion there down that left sideline as he runs the ladder outside, we call that.
Yeah, this U team 10th among group of 5 teams when it comes to running the football.
Okay, hold up now. Wait a minute. So we're going to put a bookmark on James Madison. Okay, so never mind. So James Madison, they are officially in the red zone, but at the same time, though, Buffalo is not only in the red zone against the Detroit Trojans, but we're also seeing at the same time is that they are in on the goal line. Looks like it's going to be second and goal inside the 5-yard line for Buffalo. And we'll see if the Bulls can punch it in. So we'll put a bookmark. We'll come right back to James Madison shortly. Let's see if Buffalo can punch it in against Troy.
So they're going to run out of that eye. They went to the up man. McNeil got the football. He's in the end zone.
Okay, so Buffalo does find the end zone there.
There wasn't a
run. So we're right back to James Madison versus Liberty. Battle of Blue Ridge.
Dupree was there, so he's going to be good, Court.
That was Jalen Rock who was right coming at Barnett. This was in the end zone, Landon Ellis. And I think it was Amarian Williams.
Like a couple brothers there. I'm 1 of 5. I mean, that's what you do. You play with the hands. You push a little bit. Got to get that last little push in.
What a opening drive, though, Rini. This is the 10th play of this first drive of the game for JMU. Barnett pulls
All right,
it.
so in the meantime, Nebraska also in the red zone against Michigan. I will see if the Cornhuskers have the cojones to punch it in.
Takes him down.
And then we do have a game break as well in Notre Dame versus Purdue. We have a massive touchdown throw in the Notre Dame game. I'm talking about a 66-yard catch to the receiver field connection from CJ Carr. And that's how Notre Dame is going to draw first blood as well.
Doesn't make the tackle, but sets it up for CJ Bazell.
So that moves the ball to the 21-yard line.
All right, so 3rd and 14 for James Madison. Meanwhile, we are seeing Nebraska with a 3rd and short.
Barnett hit as he throws.
Are we going to call it an incompletion?
Jumping on it, but it was a forward pass, was it not?
But you train your players, jump on the ball no matter what, because if replay comes in there and rules that the ball was knocked out, it's ruled an incomplete pass. His arm looked like it was hit. It was a free runner.
Okay, so it looks like that's going to be a 4th down there.
The arm looked like it was clearly going forward.
Yeah, Eli Hall got in there and tipped it.
And then, okay, so we're going to settle for a field goal attempt. Meanwhile, Michigan and Nebraska, the Cornhuskers, they're looking to go for it on 4th down potentially. Let's see if they actually snap this or not.
Cooch pass to Lindemeyer. He didn't get there, I don't think. Wink Martindale brought the rusher from the outside that time. TJ Metcalf, number 7, and that line squeezed it.
All right, so it looks like they are going to hold as of right now.
Takes the opposite gap and not enough pressure. Somebody made a pile inside underneath that play.
I think it was Trey Pierce.
Okay, so Michigan, Nebraska, that doesn't really build anything. How about Florida State and Kent State? Florida State, they already scored on their previous possession. They were driving right down the field once again. They're inside the 30, and it is a 1st and 10 opportunity for the Seminoles.
4 for 62 for Sawchuk already. They go to the air, on time and complete to Boggs. Near the marker, and they'll give him the first down.
That's a run pass option by Castellanos. He saw the defender blitz, they created space, and he found his guy Boggs for a 1st down in that slant window.
So 1st and 10 from the 17 for Florida State. Again, moving with ease thus far. Boggs, by the way, a Gus Malzahn recruit at UCF. Says he's ahead of schedule already, the freshman. Sawchuk bullies his way forward.
Oh yeah, Kent State might be in for a very long day.
Call it the 13-yard line approximately, 5-yard gain.
This Kent State defense is really on their heels. They haven't quite been able to settle in because it's one explosive after another. They need to impact Florida State's offense on 1st or 2nd down to have a chance.
Castellanos with time. Now he's going to run for it. He's got a clear lane.
Bang! Another score for the Florida State Seminoles, and they are going to take a 14-0 lead.
Up 2 scores.
Looking to make quick work of the Golden Flashes.
This is why they're a dangerous football team. Who do you choose to stop?
All right, so we're going to put a bookmark on that for right now. Toledo is looking to put a little something together here, trying to take the lead early and get these first points against Western Michigan, although they are facing a 3rd and long, though. So I don't know how long we're going to be staying.
It'll be 3rd and 9 for Toledo.
Made by number 99, McGraw.
That's a nice play right there by Western Michigan's defense. Big McGraw, 99. Big rockin' Rodney McGraw. This guy's 6'6", 265. It's hard to move. Been playing well, too. In a rotational position. 2.5 sacks on the season as well.
You see Chris O'Leary in his first year as a defensive play caller, former safeties coach with the Chargers. Before that, with Notre Dame.
You just left Michigan out of his whole resume, Ted. That's okay.
3rd and 9. I guess I can't do that with you here. And Gleason's pass is bobbled but intercepted.
Oh, that's tragic.
Taken away by Western Michigan.
That is incredibly tragic.
Pope with his first career pick. What a stand for the Broncos.
That's big time. Look at how they celebrate with the turnover hat. How about it, Cowboy? I tell you what, that young man right there, former walk-on Joey Pope.
Timeout.
Big play.
Media.
A promising drive for Toledo.
All right, so no one really has midfield at the moment. So let's check in for the first time on Auburn and Oklahoma. Auburn and Oklahoma trying to get a little something together.
Travis made the tackle for the Auburn front. Like Oklahoma, Auburn's played excellent defense.
Big point of emphasis for defensive coordinator DJ Durkin is his front four, their defensive line, one of the strengths of their team. They have to win against an offensive line against Oklahoma that came into the season with some question marks.
Matier under pressure. Takes off running.
Oh man, Matier's got the wheels, man.
Along the sideline, they're going to give him the Auburn 49, about 2 yards short of the first down.
That's what Matier does. As soon as you think the defense is about to make a play, he breaks contain, makes it 3rd and manageable.
The Auburn coaches said that he's really more dangerous in those scramble situations. Blaylock lowered his head, did not get the first down.
Ooh, 4th and 1 though. Do they go for it?
Woodyard and Kensley Ledore Faustin there. Two of the stalwarts of this Auburn defense. DJ Durkin's defense is going to try to stop a 4th and 1.
I like going for it here in plus territory, and I want John Matier
All right,
to
so
run
on
it.
CBS Sports, it finally ends like the Army and North Texas game, and North Texas does come out on top by the way. They win 45-38. They immediately cut over to UConn and Ball State, and UConn, we jump into that particular matchup. It is a 3-0 affair here. We'll see if they go for the field goal or not. Don't necessarily want to leave this Auburn-Oklahoma game yet because they are cooking something up here.
They still couldn't stop it. Just a great job of Matier getting to the outside.
Running out of time, throws it. Burks is open. It's over his head. Matier had to throw it under.
All right, for UConn in the fact going for it on 4th down. It's a play action.
Matier admitted.
And they're going to score on a quick touchdown. So UConn took out to a 10-0 lead themselves late in the 1st quarter.
During COVID, he trained on a hill. He said, I watched Derrick Henry tape and I wanted to get faster. So I started running up a hill next to my house. And it feels like that's what has allowed him to become a much faster player. Certainly paid off so far for the Sooners offense.
They sent Blaylock in motion, a blitz, a middle screen. Satania lost the football.
Uh-oh.
So far, no whistles.
Oh, this could be taken back to the crib.
Who can stop K and Lee, and he does not. Touchdown, Tigers.
And look at that. Auburn's going to answer first. Unless he was down.
Take a look at this. Jacquez Robinson ripped it out.
Right there, the ball's starting to come out. Did he ever secure the catch? It looked like his backside was down, but the ball was coming out at that point. But did he secure the catch, make a football move?
Okay, so while we're reviewing that, we'll see if that actually does become a touchdown or not. Purdue, how about the Boilermakers, man? They're trying to take it to the teeth of Notre Dame. We are going to see Purdue with a chance here to go ahead
couldn't see that tape. They went right after.
Mess around.
That was a gain of 31, so it's at the 9, first and goal. And a flag stops this play.
False start. Offense number 79. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Oh, your dad's coaching right now? That's cool, man. Who's Viola? Who's your dad coach for? Just out of curiosity. If you don't feel comfortable sharing that, that's okay. I'm just genuinely curious.
False start down in the red zone. But if they play a lot of man-to-man coverage without safety help, you're exposing a guy like Zachary.
Man, how about the Golden Flashes showing a little bit of fight too? Game break for them. The Shields, the quarterback for Kent State, throws a 65-yard bomb. And don't look now, Kent State is on the board. They put up a really good fight last week in a loss to Buffalo.
Some trickery here. There's an extra point away from tying it up.
How good is this? You give it to Maccabee.
Look at that.
Comes back here, he stays
Trick play for Purdue as well. You know, you're a 25-point underdog, so I get it. But with that being said, we got another red zone opportunity brewing here. UCF opening drive against North Carolina, and the Tar Heels, they are certainly on their, well, they're on their heels right now. No pun intended.
Been a loss, but instead it's a 3-yard gain, I think, on it. He gets positive yards on that play, and it should have been for a loss.
Well, UCF, they don't want to settle for 3. They're looking for touchdowns this afternoon. Trying to keep the offense on the field. 13th play of this drive. Montgomery, no, it's going to be a keeper. Taven Jackson, touchdown.
Oh, yeah, nobody even expected a thing. Nobody even remotely expected a thing.
Taven Jackson, and results in 6.
Well, Coach Belichick and I talked about option game yesterday. Just watch this particular motion here. Inside the end, crashes down, and then Taven sees that and pulls that ball out immediately. That's a classic option read. The defensive end loses containment, gets nosy with that first back through there.
All right, so in the meantime, so UCF, they finished their drive off with a touchdown as well. Let's go ahead and swing it back over. Liberty and James Madison. Liberty trying to respond after James Madison comes out with an opening drive field goal to get the game going. 39 though, but it's in. Is that intercepted?
James Madison.
Oh no, they're calling it out.
Leaping up into the air, Elijah Culp.
Okay, so
was he inbounds?
They called him out of bounds.
Ah.
But
all right, I don't know if that's going to be a 4th and long, but how about Michigan and Nebraska? Nebraska back in, pretty deep into Michigan territory once again. You already see them with a deep drive last time out, but they
highlight with CBS Sports HQ, streaming free 24/7. Download the CBS Sports app to watch.
What happened was they did go for it on 4th down. It didn't work out for them.
After the game, we had a big contingent of our HQ team with us here in Lincoln over the weekend.
We do have another game break in the Florida State Penn State matchup as the Golden Flashes secondary. Well, just make a long story short, they're not able to really stop a nosebleed right now in their passing game. Another huge play allowed. Florida State inside the 10-yard line. Nebraska can do anything here, but for now, looks like Tommy Castellanos looking to find the end zone again, and he does. Another touchdown. Oh, and by the way, in Oklahoma and Auburn, they reversed it. It was an incomplete pass. The touchdown is disavowed. And so the touchdown is wide for Auburn.
First down run. Move the sticks for Johnson.
Well, that'll make that Nebraska 95 team that's here to celebrate. Enjoy that play. That is Nebraska football from 1995 right there. I formation, ISO. So kick it out with the offside guard. That's
Tom Osborne would love that.
Yeah, that's what we used to come here and watch, right?
Coach is here today. There's the back-to-back titles. And as Gary said, honoring 30-year anniversary of the 95 team.
Didn't see many shotguns.
Not a lot. Here's Mosey trying to get to the edge.
Well, he's got nowhere to go.
Might have gotten face mask, no flag. So he got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Did he catch it?
Yeah, just got him around the collar. Metcalf with the stop.
Yes, I have not seen Jayshon Barham yet in this football game. Number one. This is the second drive. They're in the scoring.
Now he's in there.
Did he come in at the end spot? Oh, good. Finally.
Right side defensively, left side.
He wasn't in a linebacker. Now he is to the outside.
That's a tough yard or so for Emma Johnson. It'll bring up third.
All right, so Liberty looks like they are settling for a field goal themselves. They had a 4th and long, and looks like the field goal attempt is good. So,
told us about his team. He uses Barham much like a chess player. I can move him all over the field, and he's moved him into that defensive end spot now.
There's Wink Martindale, and that's a coordinator for the Wolverines.
All right, 3rd and long coming up, though.
Down, they need 7 to get down to the 14-yard line. Raiola again, pressure, and he goes down this time.
Yeah, from guess who? Big number 1 coming from the outside, the left side, and that has been a problem.
All right, so it looks like that's not going to really go like much of anywhere. It looks like Nebraska this time settling for the field goal. We do have a red zone opportunity here between Ole Miss and Tulane. We are seeing Tulane late in the first quarter. They're putting together another drive up against the Green Wave as they're looking to take a commanding lead early. We'll see if the Rebels can do just that.
On a 3rd and medium to get a first down.
From the 21. Diggs in the ball game and
false start. Offense number 22.
You don't want to see that.
Penalty. First down.
That would be Logan Diggs, who
BJB, what's up? What's going on, man? Welcome to College Football Red Zone.
Diggs, running back number 2. Transfer from
I do apologize in advance. If the game audio is a little bit choppier than usual, the TC is having a sluggish performance so far today. But the show must go on, though.
Sets up 1st and 15. Lacey back in. Over the middle, wide open. It's right. And brought down just shy of the 10-yard line. It'll be first down again on the 13-yard gain.
It's the second time they've had Daquan Wright wide open after play action.
On the handoff, Lacey, what
helicopter. Oh, wait a minute, did he fumble that?
And they're going to say the Green Wave recovered it.
Oh boy, that's a big play for a Green Wave if they get that.
Agu recovered the loose football after the Lacey fumble. One of the officials gave an indication that it would be Tulane.
Hey, BJB, I really appreciate that, man. This year is all about improving content. This is our first year here on YouTube and Twitch. The long-term goal is we are going to have the actual game video. It's just this is the best that we can do for the right now because of just want to make sure we're still staying in compliance with YouTube copyright laws as well as with the major media outlets as well.
Count them up for me, partner.
At the very least, we still have a much more attractive score bug than the ESPN website. You can at least do that.
And at the snap,
that's a CFL.
Oh wow, they completely missed out on that.
Trying to get off the field. Yeah, unfortunately, we are well south of whatever that longitudinal line is that separates us from Canada.
But we might have another score in the UCF game. They might have jumped out to a 14-0 lead as well.
Breathing heavily already. Roddy, you said it a moment ago during commercial break. This defense has been on the field a long time. Early in this football game.
Hey, I truly appreciate that. Which, by the way, if for those of you that are watching right now, if you haven't liked or subscribed, definitely make sure to do that. If you are watching from the YouTube platform, if you're watching on Twitch, definitely encourage you to hit that follow button as well. But yeah, BJB, really appreciate that.
It's been a quick assimilation to the program.
It'll be a really big game next week between Alabama and Georgia. I can't wait to watch that one.
Ticking off the clock. Current drive for Ole Miss nearing 6 minutes. With tempo, this defense has been on its heels.
Wallace in motion. Chambliss looking into the end zone, might do it himself. Tries and pushed out of bounds at about the 5.
I would have thrown that one away. Lost a yard from doing that.
Defense staying home that time, Roddy. They got the stop.
Did a nice job of coverage down the field and making sure that no Tulane defensive backs lost touch.
Probably would have worked out better for you if it was.
This feels like a massive.
If you're still on division to Better State, but that's
for the defense.
I think if they're able to
higher in division in football, that's a different story, bud.
Some hope on offense. You go down 2 scores against an offense that really hasn't been stopped so far. It's going to be a tough assignment for Tulane offensively.
3rd and goal for Chambliss. Out of the shotgun, pulls, knocked down, incomplete at the line of scrimmage.
All right, so it looks like while the turnover actually doesn't happen for the Green Wave, at the same time, though, we will, at the bare minimum, see Tulane make a stop. It looks like they'll likely be settling for a field goal. In the meantime, though, Notre Dame, they are driving down the length of the field themselves, and they are going to be in the red zone now. So let's go ahead. Let's check in on Notre Dame and Purdue.
Forward. So it's been the Love series this time around, already up to 30 yards on 5 rushes. 1st and goal from just inside the 10 for Notre Dame, and why not give it to Love again? Close to the goal.
Hey, Edgar, really appreciate you coming by. Hopefully, hopefully it's a long and fruitful engagement for your loved ones, man. You take it easy if I don't hear from you for the rest of the stream.
Like the knees down there. Certainly
Which BJB, by the way, since it seems like from your picture you're obviously a Georgia fan, what did you think about that Tennessee game this last weekend? I personally was surprised based upon what they did in the Austin P game. I had some concerns going in, but I really thought that Georgia really did put together a championship level effort last weekend against Tennessee. That was a classic of a game to watch. Arguably one of the best games that we've seen all year. That's not even trying to glaze. That's just what I've seen, man.
Purdue, their 2nd of the half. 30-second timeout.
What's that? Left shin is down. He's down.
Love already with 6 carries. And we've still got 6.5 minutes left here in the opening quarter.
That run is a good look at Love. You see the quickness and the speed. That's obvious to everybody. But finishing forward, this is a big man who can finish forward and knock people back at the end of the day. We've seen it a lot early on in this ball game.
It's funny how this.
All right, 2nd and goal.
This gone to Jeremiah Love, and they come out of the gates and they hit the big one to Malachi Fields.
It all works together.
Yep, that's on the call sheet of Mike Denbrock in his 2nd season as the offensive coordinator.
See if Notre Dame can punt it in here now.
LSU. So on 2nd and goal, Love right behind Carr. Give it to Jeremiah. Tries to hurdle for the score.
I don't know. I don't think he got there. He's gonna be really okay. They're gonna mark him at basically half a yard.
Pushback up front for Purdue.
We just talked about Jeremiah Love finishing strong at the end of runs, and I love how he hurdles out in space. I don't love him hurdling down here in the low red zone. Get your shoulders down, get your pads down, get right in behind those big blue jerseys and knock him into the end zone.
Yeah, he's got a whole highlight reel of jumps through the years for long touchdown runs. And now, though, 3rd and goal. Can Purdue hold off the Irish here?
No, they are. They are definitely not holding them off. All right, so we got a Notre Dame touchdown, and then also as well, UCF is able to find a way to get a field goal to top it off as well.
these guys up front. This is Gerby Lambert, the right guard. Pull around.
All right, so Notre Dame has scored. So it looks like there's one game where we see a team like in the opposite side of the field. It's Louisiana. Let's go ahead and check out Louisiana and Eastern Michigan up in Lansing, Michigan for the first time.
As a whole, 30-yard runs. Island Perry told us earlier this week his thing this season was making guys miss at the second level. He does so there. Gets 30 yards. They bring Bill Davis back in. First throw for Winfield is high. So again, his forte more so.
Just a little high there.
Legs. This is his series, the third series. Daniel Beal got off to a good start throwing the ball. But they are, for the second time today, inside of Eastern Michigan territory.
Well, and like you said, Daniel Beal got a great start because of the type of throws he had. Some very easy throws, getting the ball out quickly.
But yeah, BKB, I thought that Tennessee kicker was going to make that field goal too.
But just hasn't had enough throws. He sails that one because Shelton Sampson was wide open on that cutout, or outcut, excuse me.
So they bring Beal back in right on cue. Going to throw it this time high, nearly
Ooh,
dangerously.
that almost was picked off.
The fingertips of Robert Williams. Had a couple of DBs in the vicinity there. Luckily, doesn't lead anything dangerous for Louisiana.
It looks like we have a game break out in Tallahassee. They're going to have another 65-yard touchdown run. If I can get a number there for Florida State. Looks like 19. Like Daly? I think that's the last name for Florida State. Anyways, another touchdown for Florida State. Gives them a 28-7 lead.
Barry Manning by reacting to the ball in the air, and he was coming to lay the lumber.
Brings up 3rd and 10. Odd part of the field, too. They dump it down. Ball is in and out of the hands of
All right, so that's not really going to go like much of anywhere. So.
Bryce Llewellyn, they call him that bandit spot. He makes.
All right, so that's going to be a 4th down there. Let's see. Let's head back over to Auburn and Oklahoma. Let's look in the Auburn and Oklahoma game. Looks like Auburn's trying to put a little something together.
Players presented by the Home Depot.
Starts on offense with Cam Coleman, one of the highest recruits in the entire country. Chooses Auburn. Has been electric in his first 2 years. And then Kip Lewis, a linebacker for Oklahoma. He's going to be responsible for a lot of Jackson Arnold's run game and scrambles today when he's aligned in a quarterback spy technique.
All right, so Michigan does hit like a 45-yarder, and then Louisiana is actually able to get a field goal on the board too.
6th play of the drive. Arnold given a clean pocket on target.
Well, makes the man miss. There we go. Got a red zone opportunity for Auburn now, and an automatic first down.
A safety. The 15 more, and now a late flag thrown at the end of the play.
Well, unless there's something brewing with this flag here. See what that's all about. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying, BJB. I thought Tennessee played a better game, and I thought they should have won. I thought the kicker was going to make it too, right? Granted, when I was thinking about preseason projections, I had Tennessee losing to Georgia, so wasn't a huge surprise to see them lose to Georgia, like based upon my preseason expectations. Just the way that they lost.
Venables, the head coach, calls the defenses, and Hugh Freeze,
yeah, that's a tough one.
the head coach for Auburn, calls the offensive plays. You don't see it very often when the head coaches are the play callers going head to head.
Yeah, and you know what? That was a really good win for TCU. Like going up against SMU as well. I know, like SMU at this point, I think they have multiple losses. They lost the Baylor game as well. But that still doesn't change the fact that SMU is a pretty good team. They'll still have like a lot of expectations in front of them.
Defensively, these first few weeks, this is the deepest penetration any offense has made. Prior to this, the deepest.
Or like what's up coming here? We'll see. We do have the red shirt sports like top 25. I am a ballot voter for that.
Seems like quarterback
So, I mean, if you have any grinds, ever have grinds with the AP, definitely check out Redford Sports. Redford Sports. Like if you like put them in on Google, we got you hooked up with an alternative like top 25. But that's not your cup of tea.
Ejected for targeting the second half last week.
One thing that Auburn will try to do too, we try to fight that run game, but they love RPOs. Coleman's a matchup nightmare. Anytime he gets a one-on-one look, you can always throw the fade to the big sophomore at the bottom of the screen.
Auburn was dreadful in the red zone last year. They've been perfect this season. Here's Singleton out of bounds.
Oh yeah, that's not their bit there. Good be interesting decision here.
Matter of fact, no
You free, big try, go for it.
And the field goal unit will
actually
come on for Hugh Freeze.
A good answering drive to get some points, but some confusion on first down, not timing up the snap.
Okay, so really interesting that looks like this is going to end in a field goal, by the way. But really interesting development in the Louisiana Eastern Michigan game. Originally, they had the field goal up, and it was good. Why had the field goal on the board? What happened was there was a penalty on the field goal that gave the Raging Cajuns an automatic first down.
Chapel's a very big target.
So now they have the ball back once again, and they could like make it a touchdown instead of a field goal, but they do have a penalty. He's second and long, but it's still a red zone opportunity here for Raging Cajuns, though.
Out of the tackle blocks, and so he's probably cutting somewhere on the field where he shouldn't have been.
Second penalty Fordham's been hit with on this drive.
And right now, the Raging Cajun penalties are starting to mount. First rule of winning is you can't beat yourself, and they've done a really good job of that in this situation.
It was Sterner who hit the 52-yard field goal. Eastern Michigan got a hit with a running into the kicker penalty, so they took the points off the board, opted to keep the drive going instead, but have set themselves back a couple of times on that mission of trying to get into the end zone here with penalties to the O-line. Bring Williams in motion. He gets hit promptly in the backfield. Now you're starting to get pushed all the way back to you originally attempted that field goal. This is Carter Evans flying up to make the tackle.
Yeah, we talked about there have been defenders getting penetration.
Which if they have to settle for another field goal attempt anyways, and it ends up missing, that would be incredibly funny.
Great job by Carter Evans of not losing leverage on that ball, because Robert Williams is a very explosive player.
You have another red zone opportunity going down, I think, to Toledo and Western Michigan.
Very often. So I tip my cap there, Carter Evans.
Oh, okay. Yeah, appreciate that.
Sets up 3rd and 23. This homecoming crowd trying to get into it. Beal back to pass. Pocket collapsing on him, though. Trying to get some of this yardage back for his field goal kicker in Sterner. Got up to would set up about 4th and 11s, maybe picked up 12 there.
Yeah, so a little bit of a disclaimer. If you don't see, if you see like scores happen right away, and I don't have them up on the board, most likely what's happening is, so I am a little bit behind compared to what's going on live, just because I have so many games going on the PC.
A smart decision from the red
That's why at times like it does sound like a tad choppy.
Walker Howard still out.
We'll eventually get it like accounted for on the board. I would like to physically see the touchdown, because a couple of times like somebody in chat has mentioned like, hey, somebody scored, and then it gets written off later because of a penalty. And then here's my big thing, right? I do not do like commercials. That is that's a big no-no for me. Looks like we'll check in on this Michigan game to see if it actually is a touchdown, or if they get a touchdown or not. Definitely check that out.
You can't guess on that one. You're throwing that ball to the outside. You've got to make sure that corner turns around. Not saying it's easy. We've all made that mistake playing that position, but still, that hurts the team right there.
Jordan Marshall out of the backfield, quarterback run all the way, and here he goes.
Oh, yeah, okay, that explains a lot. That explains a whole lot, actually.
No doubt in my mind.
Hey, Hey, Bryce Vanderhook, I know he looked rough in the Oklahoma game a couple of weeks ago, but I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like that, he's continuing to get better every single game. That is that is someone that's continuing to develop, and you can't ask for anything more than that. All right, so there's that touchdown that we're looking for there. Looks like we got something brewing in Detroit, Buffalo. Looks like.
Linebacker left.
Let's go ahead and get into that noise.
This one, a designed run for a touchdown.
I'm gonna put that there for a second. All right, here we go. Troy and Buffalo.
Didn't move the football at all.
Not at all.
And got the left-hander up on the bullpen.
Troy just outside of the red zone. They do have a 2nd and 5.
Back to the ground game. Maybe a couple off the right side for.
And actually, Troy wants to keep that right
Yeah,
there.
I'm gonna turn myself off real quick. I want to close.
Pinning down. That your read for that is to keep the football and go outside with it because there was no one there. So that's one of those situations where having a 2-quarterback system can impact you in an adverse way because he's
all right, we're back.
Making that read in live action.
Good look at Jared Parker. Gerard and I really liked our conversation with him. A very enthusiastic young head football coach, but quite honestly, he told it like it was, like it is.
That's right.
This week, he said, we got to play much, much better. And of course, this was after the 28-7 loss to Memphis last week.
It certainly brings intensity to the conversation, be it on the football field or in a meeting. Very impressed with Coach and what he had to say about his football team.
So red zone time now, and move the sticks for the Troy Trojans from the 19-yard line.
All right, here we go, Troy. See if we can get yourself on the board for the very first time today. That's a nice little run to start things off.
And that again on the carries, Tay Meadows, very seasoned. Again, we mentioned the first time, but we'll do it again. A downhill runner. You mostly go to see him running tackle to tackle. And Gerard had 77 yards on the ground, rushing in the opener this year a couple of weeks ago. Or, excuse me, yeah, 2 weeks ago. Second game of the year.
Right, it looks like we have another red zone opportunity brewing, not just here, but again, stop if you've heard this before. Florida State already with 28 in this ball game.
Second down at 4. Now firing that in route is the left-hander, Ale, and that was broken up. We get a flag there. The throw was intended for Ra Thomas. Contact, although right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would call them disappointing because I wasn't expecting a ton from North Carolina. Like, I know their schedule was pretty navigable. Like, I would say arguably one of the most navigable schedules in college football, at least like from a power conference perspective. Them getting blown out by TCU isn't ideal, and then them looks like really slow start against UCF. Not looking great from that perspective either. It's still early though. They can still come back and rebound, obviously.
As a former DB, I always say to myself, where are the flags? Where are the flags? And one did eventually come out. As you see right here, there's a little bit of a tip action right there to prevent the pass interference call from actually being a call, because the rules are once it's tipped, you have free reign on the receiver and the ball.
Right on the move of the Troy Trojans, yeah. Now that left-hander making that throw.
Looks like another flag. What's this all about?
Ale hooked up. Was that DJ Epps? I think it was.
So Florida State again on the goal line.
185-pound junior made that grab, but wait a minute.
And it looks like they may have another touchdown on the board. It's very quickly and very expectantly turning into a splattering in Tallahassee. 35-7 lead.
around our field mic picked up DJ Epps just saying, hey, they were grabbing me.
Yeah, Roman Mothershed did not like that call right there.
Yeah.
As he lamented, hey, they grabbed me, and now you're in a situation where you don't want to go backwards. You want to obviously go forward. And here's where we call a rub route situation. You can't literally grab the defender and run him into another guy. They're going to call that all day because you're doing what? Preventing the other defensive player from having an opportunity to compete on the play.
Completed pass to DJ.
That makes it a 3rd and 19. Yikes.
3rd and 19.
Yeah, I hate to see it.
Gonna run that quick inside route. Football came out. Buffalo says it's out after the
Buffalo
catch.
get it?
Wait and see. No signal from the officiating crew as of yet. Flags flying. Buffalo says they have the football after that catch from Trey Taylor.
All right, we'll jump over soon. I think like Eastern Michigan looks like it has something brewing from a scoring perspective. So we might jump in on them soon.
We see what the man with the white hat, Rick Warney, has to say.
You see Trey Taylor's in traffic.
But first, I want to see if Buffalo is actually going to force this turnover.
The ruling on the field was a fumble recovered by the defense. After the play, on sportsmanlike conduct, offense, number 0.
Okay, so they are ruling that a fumble on the recovered by Buffalo.
Those fouls cancel. First down, Buffalo.
All right. So they got that first down. So let's go ahead and check over Eastern Michigan. They've had a very brutal year thus far, but they're a dogfight here with Louisiana. They're looking their DB at about the 35-yard line.
He got the back alley award this week. They go back to the ground game. Louisiana's defense ready on the interior.
Actually able to tackle field goal as well. They're up 13-0 on Blaine already.
6'7", 285, making the tackle that time.
Yeah, this is a guy who they want to see more production from, and they like his work ethic as well. The production hasn't quite been what they expected, but they like how he practices, and they just want, and as they said this about a lot of guys, they want to see the game tape mirror the practice tape, and if you just keep doing it in practice, things are going to turn around for you in football. That's
I mean, I understand it's Kent State, but it's really interesting. I don't know if you actually saw Kent State play last week. You probably didn't, and that's okay, because we had to cover over here on Redzone. But Kent State actually were doing an upset off last week with a 23-point underdog.
Oh, Devereaux holds it in.
What a catch!
What a grab down inside of the 5.
Wow, what a throwing catch! My goodness.
And that's their fastest player.
Well, yeah, really on point on the Golden Flash. They were an underdog against Buffalo, and actually was very close to winning that game. They had the lead with about 2-3 minutes left in Buffalo. They score basically a walk-off touchdown.
And they do just that. Back-to-back drives.
Look at that. We got a touchdown for Eastern Michigan. The Eagles.
Breaks the goal line.
Eagles, man, they are showing some fight here today.
That's smart execution to go hurry up, but I want to go back to that catch
because Purdue actually able to keep it in, try to keep pace with Notre Dame. They are actually going to have a field goal hit, and they're only going to be down by 4.
And smartly, Devereaux's holding the defender off, not pushing away, but pushing down. And then here's a touchdown, just simple inside zone. But they're doing it quick, so the defense is not really ready to get set and defend that play.
All right, looks like nobody really crossed. Well, actually, I'm lying. There is someone crossing midfield. UCF.
Devereaux.
They might have gotten the first down here.
That's a keeper for Taven Jackson.
I think he's going to be about a half a foot short.
It's a 4th down, but I imagine they'll go for it, though. I can see them doing that.
All areas of the field.
I feel like Scott Frost would be a little spicy.
On Steve Belichick's defense. Very effective. Not going to blink. 4th down going for it.
This is the second time that UCF is going to go for it on 4th down. They're slow to get out of the tunnel. They may be thinking about a timeout.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I know that from a pure volume perspective, I would probably be fine. But at the same time, would rather be safe than sorry, right? Because I don't want to accumulate channel strikes. I think that's first down. We're gonna give it to him.
Yep, I love it. Call design draw. You got a short man in motion is going to be your trap blocker, and that very efficient. He knew where he was going despite the clock ticking down. Had a couple seconds to burn, and they were hell bent on election, man, trying to get that one in.
Taven Jackson knows what he's doing. He's a redshirt.
All right, he did actually. All right, they are giving him the first down. Drive continues. And UCF, man, they call themselves the Texas Roadhouse Biscuits because they are on a roll.
That is a 50-yard swing.
Speaking on a roll, Tulane deep in Ole Miss territory for the very first time today as well.
Trying to get the man out in space. Passes caught. That is DJ.
We'll stay here for now, but we are monitoring to see what else Tulane can do. Get themselves on the board for the very first time today.
Out this right here, right? It's just a screen, right? A long screen. But that outermost wide receiver is the one that you don't know who's going to get the ball on any of those plays. Here's another example of it. It's the middle receiver who gets it. And if you're trying to defend that, Eric, you're trying to tease it out. But once a guy gets his hands on you, you don't know if that's the guy blocking you or if you should get loose and try to defend that guy. I mean, this is really a trip formation. We call it a teacup also. Very tough to defend.
Teacup.
You got it.
Steve Belichick last year was in the college ranks. He was with Washington. Actually brought a couple of his key players.
There we go. Red zone opportunity here for UCF, man. See if they can pull away even further.
Montgomery. Swallowed up. Kind of ran into his own man, and that messed up the entire process. Marcus Allen and others combined on a -2.
Now Marcus Allen came all the way from the backside, man.
Yeah, and that's really the biggest driver as well in terms of why we have this going. Like, I do want to have like a proof of concept. I was visiting the first time like any college football red zone entity has been tried out for a long time. Another thing about getting strikes on your channel is not just because like you're one step closer to having your channel deleted, right? You also can't post for a certain period of time depending on the strike. That's another reason why we like to err on the side of caution.
Had to control the edge, and he did it well.
I know you'll know this. We had last week. We had Nebraska. That was another group that produced a tandem. Mike Rozier, but he had a guy blocking for him. Ooh.
Roger Craig, right?
You nailed it.
Oh, my goodness.
You got it.
I love those folks in Chapel Hill saying maybe that's some pretty good running backs, too.
Oh,
Let's go down that list pretty soon.
That's good stuff.
Miles Montgomery comes back in on a 3rd and 13, and this may be trouble for UCF.
Ball start.
All right, so Tulane is in fact in the red zone. Looking to make it a one-score game. Still monitoring to see what happens here.
We haven't seen from this group. Otherwise, they've been really flawless up front. You know, Carter's that center, and he's the guy that dillies out all the calls up front and makes sure everybody's in position. Mimlar and company, that's a wonderful group to kind of just watch them. They got a podcast that they do, and Miles Montgomery was leading the one last time. They kind of rotated, and they, you know, Mimlar fashions himself.
18 to 8 to see it though for UCF.
Grief, man, it was just fantastic to watch.
On 3rd down and a bunch, Montgomery's got it, and Montgomery powers forward across the 20. Andrew Simpson finally knocks him down, but this will make the field goal.
All right, so that's going to bring the field goal unit out. Tulane, we did mention for them, they do have a red zone opportunity. We'll see if they do anything with it. 3rd and 7 coming up, though.
Yeah, Jake Retzoff decides to go sidearm to try and get the ball out quick, but just enough off-target throw. Honestly, it looked like Ole Miss kind of had it measured anyway.
Now 0 for 6, Retzoff.
I don't know if they get this first down or not. We may be moving over to a different game here soon. We'll see if Jake Retzoff can clutch up and get this first down, though.
Wonder if you're Tulane, you just go quarterback draw here.
Play clock at 5 and a little motion up front on that offensive line. Elijah Baker.
False start. 76 and 53. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Well, you kind of mixed up the numbers. It's 56 and 73. You mentioned, and Q just talked about Shadre Hurst.
Right.
Going out to left tackle. That puts Elijah Baker in at left guard. And the noise of this stadium causes the false start.
Retzloff still looking to complete his first pass.
Oh, he's running for it.
And come up short of the first down at about the 15-yard line. Perkins in pursuit.
Well, they do a really nice job.
All right, so that's going to be a 4th down. That's going to lead to a field goal attempt. Meanwhile, how about Liberty? Liberty finally like getting something together, possibly. We may be going to the commercial break over here soon, but at the same time, though.
So we're going to step aside while they're attending to an injured JMU player.
All right. Well, that part is deeply unfortunate. We'll come back to that in a second. In the meantime, we'll take a quick look into Oklahoma and Auburn just to see if there's any new updates to report there.
From his vantage point, why he thought it was a catch, and then the ball was stripped and returned to the house.
Taking a couple of deep shots. A lot of teams don't try that very often against Oklahoma. He said sometimes he thinks their secondary can get flat-footed. They completed one big one, had another man behind the defense and missed on the completion.
Play again. 15. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Okay, so we actually do have a team that's actually another team besides James Madison and Liberty, but are in a scoring position. Nebraska actually able to force a fumble recovery. So we're going to start things out at about midfield. And it's just a matter of, can Nebraska finally take advantage? They've had scoring opportunities today. They just haven't been able to do really much of anything with them.
Raiola trying to throw a slant, and the flag comes out. Interference upcoming. And it's on Jair Hill.
Yeah, kind of that left-hand hook that they all do when they feel they're in a little bit of trouble on the slant pass. They kind of stick their right hand out there and they grab
Pass interference. Defense number 20. Ball is placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Yeah, they all do it. They kind of protect themselves to the left hand, reach over across and try to knock it down and get called.
And the spot of the foul happened to be right at the first down marker, so that's what they get. But first down by penalty in this case.
You know, we have a game break as Louisiana is able to have a big run up the gut. They're going to be able to take the lead with 9.5 minutes left to play. No flags either, so Louisiana, they do take the lead. It's a little bit of an interesting battle back and forth between them and the Eagles and Ypsilanti.
Matt Rule is 3rd year, Nebraska.
And then we actually do have a tangible red zone opportunity coming up. Purdue and Notre Dame. What we're seeing in Notre Dame is crossing into the 25-yard line. They're at about the 20. So we'll actually put a bookmark on Liberty there because Notre Dame, they're the only team that's actually tangibly in the red zone as of right now.
When you got a guy like Jadarian Price, you got to give him his touches too. And Love checks out and Price is in.
It's a really healthy competition between those two guys. They help each other throughout.
Nebraska just about in the red zone as well against Michigan. And is that a tutty? Yes, it is. Notre Dame expands their lead even further.
21-yard scamper for the touchdown by Price. Well, he got his touch and he's in the end zone.
All right, so that did not take very long at all. In the meantime, Nebraska are also now in the red zone too. Like I mentioned before, now we're back over here to Nebraska and Michigan.
Emmett Johnson, maybe three on the carry. Emmett Johnson coming off 2 touchdown performance in their win over Houston Christian last week. Another guy that is really kind of hitting his stride with Dana Holgerson as the offensive coordinator. He's a good runner. He's put on some extra weight, gotten stronger, but he can really be a heck of a receiver out of the backfield as well.
Just to note, Gatula, number 77, back in at left tackle.
Johnson was out as a receiver, now comes back into the backfield. 2nd down and 7. Michigan thinking about a blitz. They back out of it. Raiola. Throw is complete.
All right, 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Really good coverage. Michigan drops into a zone that time and reacted well on the pass to Lindemeyer. Goes out there, look at pass up one guy and the other.
Well, you know, BJB, it's really interesting, right? So, like, the thing with ESPN right now is that they're too busy, like, talking about Shakir all the time, or they're busy, like, talking about, like, literally, like, 2 different sports topics, and that's really about it. Been obsessing over that. It's not really a lot of substance. Looks like Liberty on a 4th and short. They're going for it here, about the 25.
Another sack by the Michigan defense and another one by Rayshon Benny.
All right, and that's going to lead to 4th down. Imagine he'll go for the field goal this time around. Ole Miss just had a really big play happen, and let's go ahead and dive into it as
it's both lucky,
Chambliss,
good, and lucky. I mean, the fact that the tip.
And yeah, look at that. Wow. Sometimes better be good than it needs to be lucky. Lucky than it needs to be good. They're inside the 15-yard line, so another red zone opportunity yet again for Ole Miss.
From that Tulane defense, and they
defense is having a long day. Having a long day so far.
10 points. This Rebel offense already threatening again. Alexander in motion, takes it on the reverse, couldn't get to the edge.
Gets spins out of it.
And pushed out of bounds at about the 10. Sam Howard with the missed tackle. 7-yard gain.
Not the key play. It's Trinidad Chambliss with that long run on the first drive, bouncing it outside, 41 yards to get down the field. He has been in sync. I mean, throwing the football, that ball that he just threw to Stribling got tipped. But that's the kind of day it's been for him. Seems like everything that he's put in the air has been working. Tulane's been able to come up with some 3rd down stops.
Chambliss keeps it. Check that direct snap to Lacey that time. And he picks up the first down. After Chambliss's prolific week last week, 353 yards passing, a couple of rushing touchdowns. He was awarded the Manning Award, Star of the Week.
There we go. 1st and goal for Ole Miss coming right up here, man.
1st and goal. Chambliss keeps it. What a move. Oh, he hit him with the sauce and makes it down to the 1-yard line. He took some ankles.
I'll tell you what, I've been really impressed with Chambliss in this particular game.
And goal.
Santana Hopper did a nice job of getting in the backfield. Thought he did something, and as you said, got the sauce.
Direct snap that time to Lacey, and he gets
he is in there in that hole. All right, so another touchdown for Ole Miss. Let's go ahead and take a look back at James Madison and Liberty real fast. Liberty has a 4th and short. Looks like they have the audacity to go for it, but let's see if they actually convert it, though.
One time today on 4th down with a tush push.
All right, here we go.
Vasco under center.
It's not a tush push. It's a play action.
The handoff rolling out. Pressure in his face.
Somehow picks up the first down, even though the play was covered extremely well by the Duke's defense.
JMU had that play read. Beautiful position, but it's just tough when you have an athletic quarterback like Ethan Vasco just makes his play. I mean, perfect defense right there in the right spot.
Spinagati.
Yeah, Vasco was just determined to make it happen, and he made it happen.
Easier said than done making that tackle in the open field.
I love Bob Chesney's reaction to a little leg kick as he's watching Ethan run. So they've converted twice on 4th down this afternoon.
Oh, and this might be a touchdown right here.
Outside is Evan
Oh,
Dickens.
so close inside the 5-yard line, though.
Marked at the 2.
And watch the block by number 1, Juju Gray. I love it when the other running back that's not carrying the football blocks. He is going to seal block this. Left side of the screen, number 1, boom, right there, beautiful. And Evan Dickens bounces off his backside. Watch this right here, boom, beautiful. Bounces, 1st and goal.
Good to see, too, number 7, Jacob Thomas, back on the field. He was shaken up a few plays ago. Vasco calling his own
And
number.
he's in.
Out towards the end zone, and it's a touchdown.
Yeah, he got it. All right, so that's going to be a touchdown for Liberty. They'll take the lead. North Carolina trying to respond. It's been a slow start for the Dukes, like we've been talking about earlier here on the stream.
Great points with this offense.
North Carolina's first
But the Tar Heels with a chance to finally respond with a score of their own.
did play a game on the road, kind of, in Charlotte. That was against the 49ers. 3rd down and 2. Lopez, tons of green grass.
And he's got it. All right, inside the 15.
Down.
Well, I thought he had the post corner route in the back, but he saw something else and pulled this ball down. And I think part of it, the fact is he was a southpaw. I thought he would see that corner post route because he's facing that direction.
North Carolina's going to swap out left tackles. Number 72, Eden Buchanan, comes in. He's played a lot so far this year, but he's replacing Austin Blaskis, whose helmet just came off. That is a dangerous pass, and it's picked off.
Oh, there's a flag, though. Hang on.
Is intercepted by Brandon Marshall.
Well, I tell you, Jaden Bellamy, number 29.
Pass interference. Offense. 19.
Oh my!
Company's decline. Start to the play. First down.
All right, so that is, in fact, an interception.
Second interception of the day for UCF.
Yeah, and this was created, too. Jaden Bellamy, number 29.
All right, yeah, hate to see it. So we do have Toledo and Western Michigan. Western Michigan just took their second time out, but Toledo, we finally have a scoring opportunity in this game. It's been the only game in the 3:30 window. And we haven't really seen any scoring happen, right? But we're going to see a change here. Toledo finally getting themselves in really good field position. See if finally someone can get on the board here.
You get paid the big bucks. This is why Lance Taylor hired Chris O'Leary. Is for situations like this, because if they only do give up a field goal, that's a win.
Yes.
Because they manage the adversity, and I don't think they're going to get too cute or too aggressive because Toledo's not really doing much offensively, but they have to get a stand here. I don't know if they're going to get another turnover like they did. You saw our red zone graphic. Toledo's been down here on this side of the 50 all afternoon, but Ted, I'll tell you what, I think this is the most important series of the game. This one right here.
And remember, Toledo has the ball to start the second half as well. Trainum carving inside the 10.
Oh, nice little run there.
Give him 5.
And Toledo has 2 timeouts in the back pocket here.
I'm a little surprised Toledo didn't take a shot. As a former player on defense, when you get on the short field, you want
Oh, I didn't even realize they're almost at halftime already. That's
and you
crazy.
want to test their chin to see if they're feeling that way.
Train him again. No cutback lane. He's stacked up. So 3rd down for Toledo.
Timeout, Toledo. That is their 2nd charge timeout of the first half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
And so the Rockets have 1 remaining now, and they're facing 3rd and 6.
Well, I think right here is an opportunity for Jason Candle to try to dial up something to get in the end zone and talk about it. Obviously, they're using their timeouts well, and then if not, then you attempt a field goal.
What would you dial up?
Well, I'll tell you what, I would go empty. I would go empty and quarterback draw. That's exactly what I would do. But it's called a package play, where the receivers run a route, a little quick hitch. So the quarterback looks, but the linemen run block. So it's called stick draw, brother.
Okay, okay. And Gleason can certainly use his legs. And Jason Candle told us, by the way, the knee is fine. He hurt his knee a couple of weeks ago against Western Kentucky. They have no hesitation in using him in the run game. Let's see, 3rd and 6.
All right, we'll see what they do here on the 3rd down conversion.
Can pick up the 1st down without the touchdown. Oh, flag down. Movement up front.
False start. Offense, number 89. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's the tight end, Jacob Peterson, the transfer from Holy Cross.
Wait a minute, do we have a score in the Oklahoma game?
Check the right side of your screen, yeah.
It's just a hair too soon. He just not sure why he jumped.
Is that what we're seeing?
They were trying to get him to jump defensively. Now that changes your play call from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 11.
The line to gain is the 2.
All right, now it's 3rd and long.
And now
all right, yeah, sure enough, it looks like they did have a long touchdown.
Western Michigan. That is their 3rd final charge timeout of the first half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
Going away from goals that are still keeping tabs on Florida State and Kent State. I haven't checked in on them as of late. They are in the red zone already, though. It looks like they have their backups in already. I'm not seeing Castellanos out there.
You got to make a decision. Are you going to send the heat to try to knock them back further so Gleason doesn't sit there and pick you apart? Or do you drop to the sticks and say, I'll give you a field? Because if Western gets another
Unless Castellanos was hurt, which I'm hoping that's not the case. That would be such a big loss for Florida State that would hold up.
Yeah, I mean, Western Michigan's defense has been defending at its own end almost the entire first half. Can they come up with one more stop here at the end of the half?
All right, here we go. How long are we going to get to play here in this Toledo matchup?
On 3rd down, Gleason to the end zone.
Oh!
Batted away by John Peters, who had the pick earlier. It's 4th down.
All right, so that is going to end in a field goal, looks like. Taking a quick look around, see what we got going on. Looks like we do have James Madison. Looks like James Madison does have a scoring opportunity. Looks like we got to about a 40 here.
His longest run of the season at 28.
We'll check in on James Madison and Liberty in the Battle of Blue Ridge.
They told us he's going to have to do more is be able to scramble now that he's confident. He'll let Wayne Knight carry this one. Spun out at the 36-yard line. Alonzo Barnett, when he came back in fall camp, he was wearing a brace, and I think it was the second scrimmage they told us. He took the brace and chucked it off the field. He's like, I'm done with this.
I can tell you, I wore a brace for 1 year. They're annoying, and then once you get rid of it, it's liberating. And remember, Burnett had over 400 yards rushing last year from the quarterback position. So
oh wait, hold on. I'm just noticing this now. Notre Dame was actually in the goal line, and they're going to score again. Another touchdown for the Fighting Irish, and they are starting to pour it on in South Bend. The Battle of Indiana Schools. So Notre Dame with a convincing lead. Now up 28-10. Now your score.
Sanchez. Falling forward to the
And then Toledo finally gets some points in this Toledo and Western Michigan game.
Screen there to Sanchez. Just enough to pick up the first down, move the chains, and this is a drive. Bob Chesney and Dean Kennedy, the offense coordinator. They have to finish this drive off with it.
All right, and then it looks like Kent State and Florida State, they are going into a weather delay. It looks like with about 2.5 left.
Logan Kyle, the tight end, will move to the left side.
We're seeing both teams enter the tunnel with still 2.5 minutes left to play. Yep, just saw it now. Game is delayed due to lightning.
Burnett looking up top, connects back to Sanchez. Back-to-back catches for Jalen Sanchez. Stopped by Farrar, and it's a first down. Time.
All right, so we'll put a bookmark on that. Looks like we might not be hearing much from that in a while.
Sanchez, a wide receiver, Darrell Farrar, a linebacker. You will take that every day of the week. Barnett saw it and went right there and threw a BB to Sanchez.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout.
All right, we're going to put a bookmark there for now.
Redzone.
As we'll go ahead, let's get into, looks like Troy is trying to put a little something together here. Last moments of this first half. Third down. Inside the 30, though.
And this is where Ale has to be more decisive with getting rid of the football, understanding what's at stake here. And the time is what the issue is, the major issue is. So what you have to do in these scenarios is not take a sack, throw the ball away. So the worst thing you do is get tackled to the ground because that's going to take so much time off the clock.
Second down.
So after putting up 38 points in their opening win over Nichols, they put up 16 against Clemson in a solid performance. Last week, only 7 points on the board, nothing yet here, second quarter.
All right, so that is going to end.
Buffalo Bulls are all over that.
So yeah, Troy's not going to really make much of anything happen there. We do have a 3rd and long though. Looks like in the Nebraska-Michigan game. We'll check in on Michigan and Nebraska.
This is the biggest 3rd down of the first half for Matt Rule's Cornhuskers, without a doubt. They're in field goal range, but they would like to have an opportunity for 7 here. So look behind Dylan Raiola and now right into his face mask.
I don't know. We got that going. Yes, sir. Oh, we got him. Bang! Touchdown, Nebraska. Closing in on that 2-minute timeout. And just like that, Nebraska's just going to knot it up. Love to see it. Bang.
Slap back going right down the middle of the field, and the outside corner is going to come over and try to cover him. I don't get it here. What is going on? That's just
okay. In the meantime, looks like Eastern Michigan trying to put together a drive themselves. As Eastern Michigan down by 3, but they did just cross midfield for a 2nd and short though.
Once again, the patient running of McMillan. Now you've got a 3rd and short situation coming up here.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want if you're the Eagle offense, right? You're going to huddle up, let the clock continue to run. It's your friend. You got Louisiana right where you want them, 3rd and short. And don't be shocked. This is 4-down territory in this situation. You don't have to change anything about your character. You are a physical, run-first team.
And you need to show right now you can run the football even when they know you are.
They brought Devereaux in motion. They like his speed in space. Couldn't quite slip the tackle, though. Credit the hustle that time of Ashe coming over to make the play.
Yeah, he's got speed. I'm not in love with the call, though. I mean, has Louisiana really showed that they can stop the inside zone? I mean, I know what you're trying to do. Trying to come.
All right, so we actually have like something on developing. James Madison, they actually did officially enter the red zone as well. Much closer than Eastern Michigan. So we're actually going to jump in on the Battle of Blue Ridge. As James Madison attempting to time things up against the Liberty Flames.
Bouncing around up the middle.
And I'm kind of surprised Liberty didn't take a timeout there. Try to save some time on the back end here.
An 8-yard pickup, both teams with all 3 timeouts.
Oh, here we go. Second and short now.
Back-to-back carries for Knight, this time to the outside. Flag is
Looks like it's
out
going to
as
be a
he
holding, though.
goes forward past the 10, has the first down. We'll see what the call is.
In the vicinity of holding.
Holding. Offense, number 76. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
And that's their veteran right tackle, Pat McMurtry.
Yeah, all conference, all CUSA last year. Very good. He's number 76, right side of the screen. See big number 76 right there, and that always happens when the back bounces it because you're expecting it to go inside of you. The back bounces it, the defender sees it, McMurtry doesn't. You get a little shoulder.
That's a tough break for
It's a tough one for the big tackle.
for James Madison.
McMurtry, the only first-team All-Sun Belt selection to return to his team from last year.
By the way, came from Holy Cross with Bob Chesney 2 seasons ago.
Stop things here.
Oh, we got a big one happening in the Michigan game in real time. Down the sideline, Justin Haynes, is he going to be caught? No, sir! And Michigan takes the lead right out of the 2-minute timeout, and Michigan is going to make it 17-10.
Yeah, well, because of the holding, too. It won't start until the snap, as the official just said.
Barnett looking towards the end zone, leaping up in the air.
Oh, what a grab.
Ellis.
And the Dukes knotted up in the Battle of Blue Ridge, 10-all.
And Alonzo Barnett knew he was going to take a big hit in the pocket.
And this time, we do not, in fact, have any flag happening on the field.
Right down the barrel. Barnett knew he was going to take a hit. He stands in the pocket and throws an absolute beautiful ball to Landon Ellis.
4 for 4 on that drive for Alonzo Barnett.
Switch that graphic. 19 TDs now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna put a bookmark on that for the James Madison Liberty game. Purdue trying to put a little something together here. They're down by 18, but they're still finding under Barry Odom now. Don't get it twisted.
He had plenty of time to let this route uncover. This is Jackson running away from Zachary. The pocket was clean. You give him time to throw, he's going to find it and deliver.
So a nice first down pickup, and Brown in the air again goes to
Ooh.
one of his favorite targets.
What a hit.
The tight end from Indiana, another first down. Gain of 14 for Burhan.
One more time in the protection. It's a play-action pass here. Let's fake it here. These big guys up front controlling the line of scrimmage. Plenty of space for him to throw it. Burhan, 110 high-meter hurdle guy. And I'll tell you what, this guy can, you see his athleticism run down the middle of the defense.
Yeah, he won the state championship in the 110 high hurdles in this state of Indiana.
Here we go. Purdue inside the 25. They're passing. Got to throw it away, though.
Was in there. By the way, there's been just one sack by the Notre Dame defense so far this year, and Traore has it. So that's another thing that Chris Ash and the defense wanted to work on was getting more pressure on the offense.
And when we looked at the differences between the statistics and tendencies from last year to this year, one thing that Al Golden, the defensive coordinator last year, did, he blitzed more. He blitzed more in first and second down and certainly on third down. So Chris Ash.
We go Max Brosler, 2nd and 10 for the Boilermakers. Ideally, you get a touchdown here because Notre Dame has been pouring it on.
This pass is complete inside the 15-yard line to Tuggle.
A lot of weapons.
That certainly helps.
Outside, Michael Jackson, Branch, Tuggle, guys from big schools, Georgia, USC. They have a lot of experience. You see Tuggle with the good hands catch on the ball behind him there, and Purdue's responded well. They're knocking on the door. They're not going away right now.
Purdue stayed in the ball game late. They were down by 10 in the third quarter against USC last week, but Ryan Brown threw 3 interceptions, and all 3 of them came in the red zone, so they were real killers. This is Maccabee.
Ooh, nice big hit there.
This was the area last week that really hurt Purdue. Ryan Brown played really well, except for when he got down here. You said it, 3 interceptions in the red zone. So I expect him to learn from those experiences. I like the idea. Just get the ball out in space, throw a swing route to Maccabee, get a little run after catch. Keep that ball out of harm's way.
2nd down and 6. Trailing by 18 as we've reached the 2-minute timeout. So Purdue hanging around Notre Dame. This will be a big opportunity for them to score at.
All right, so we'll put a bookmark on Notre Dame and Purdue right now as Purdue's trying to put something together. In the meantime, shout out to Eastern Michigan, battling hard after losing by multiple possessions to Long Island, an FCS program, and look with Farch in their other 2 FBS games. They did just score here and take the lead against Eastern Michigan, taking on Louisiana. We do have a red zone opportunity brewing as well, so we'll actually kick it over there. Lane Kiffin looking for an early dagger as they're getting ready to get into the halftime locker room. See if they can make it happen. We'll stay over here for now.
On the play at the 22.
Here it is. You're just going to get a double move by Caden Lee. They actually had it on both sides. Trinidad Chambliss could take his choice. Both of them are open. He decides to go for the higher difficulty throw, going to Lee, whose safety was closer. But a big play and a well-timed call by Lane Kiffin and offensive coordinator Charlie Weiss Jr.
30-second timeout. Please reset the game clock.
Well, all these receivers, Roddy, and we talked about the strength of that wide receiver room. Love the fact to a man that this offense, led by Charlie Weiss Jr., is a very aggressive, very NFL-style offense.
And they haven't really thrown the ball down the field a ton in this game. It's been mostly underneath and operating with efficiency, high completion percentage, and a lot of RPO stuff. But here on this 2-minute drive, they've been aggressive.
Yeah.
Double move by Harrison Wallace to start. Now when you had double moves on both sides and he hits Caden Lee, really nice job by completing the pass.
You know, everyone has an opinion on Coach Lane Kiffin. Now he shares his too. E60's The Many Lives of Lane Kiffin premieres Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN and the ESPN app. I like the shades.
I do too. I'm excited to see that.
Nice. Yeah.
You forget the lives that he's lived. Head coach of Tennessee, head coach of the Raiders, his time under Nick Saban.
Chambliss pulls complete at the 15-yard line. Deuce Alexander.
Deuce.
They're going to blow it dead at the 15. And the Rebels are going to burn one of their timeouts.
30-second timeout.
With 34 seconds to go. And already leading by 17.
You know, in talking to Lane Kiffin yesterday about his journey, he said the 2 people that I take my coaching philosophies from, that I've been influenced the most in coaching, other than his dad, of course,
right.
Pete Carroll and Nick Saban, could not be more opposite in terms of how they operate from a team standpoint. A lot of the attention to detail obviously comes from the Nick Saban tree, but the way he operates, guys having fun in the locker room, being able to play their own music.
All right, so Purdue is back from the like 2-minute timeout. First play out of it, trying to throw on 2nd and 5, and it doesn't go anywhere. So now Purdue's going to be facing 3rd and 5 with a little bit less minutes left to play in the first half. Either way, the Boilermakers trying to cut it back down to a 2-score game. We'll see if they can do it.
Looking at a volleyball career, I just think he's in a great spot, and he's clearly identified how he wants his program run, kind of an NFL model.
Took over in 2020. This year's team undefeated at 3-0. 3rd down and 4. Pressure coming by the Green Wave. Chambliss pulls, incomplete at the 7-yard line. So it'll be 4th and 4 coming up. Jaheim Johnson was all over Harrison Wallace.
All right, so another nice little goal line like shindig for Tulane.
In the second half, and the defense has
they
come
are
up
going
a couple
to
of times
go ahead. They are going to, in fact, hold it down.
And while Ole Miss is really
Ole
controlled
Miss
the
settling
game.
for a field goal. How about Louisiana and Eastern Michigan? Louisiana again. Yeah, looking to get something brewing here.
Defenders dropping deep. Now he's a punt returner. This is where he becomes special. See that this is all punt return stuff, and he's a dynamic athlete with the punt return. Once he gets the ball in his hands with space, that's exactly
back at again with the wide vans.
They're inside of field goal range right now for Tony Sterner.
Yeah, but I want more. I'm being aggressive if I'm the Raging Cajuns, understanding that EMU gets the ball to start the second half.
They've reached a territory where they can try to get aggressive, looking to get out of bounds again here. Caden Jensen on the catch. 18 seconds.
Still have 2 timeouts. This is plenty of time with the timeouts. I love how they're working the sidelines, get the ball out of bounds. Now you can take your time with the play call. The communication's been stellar. And I like Beal in this situation when the entire building knows you need to throw. This is something he struggled with all year. I see improvement today.
No step up, wanting it all here. One-on-one coverage. Out of the reach and
Not quite.
incomplete. Had intentions for Kadarius Wade.
Purdue did have to settle for field goal, but they are at least at school in terms of trying to get a cut to just a 2-score game.
I think that might have sped his process up a little bit, but if that ball is more inside, I think Kadarius has an opportunity to make a touchdown there.
Caleb Dobbs was on the coverage. Corner from Florida. Now 13 seconds left in 3rd and 7.
Protect the football in this situation.
Beal gets pressured. Same story, same side. Oh, that was in and out of the hands of Shelton Sampson.
Oh, we're going to bring it in there.
Dobbs on the coverage once again.
Now, I didn't like the throw before that. This throw was sensational by Beal. This is how you give.
Okay, and the field goal attempt for Ole Miss was good, so they're going to go ahead and shake that one through.
Just really close.
Really couldn't have placed it any better.
No, really couldn't. And just, again, right off the fingertips of Sampson, that was close to being a spectacular catch.
Sterner comes out for the 44.
All right, let's go ahead and check in Notre Dame. On our end, not see a ton of timeouts, but something could be developing here. Does Purdue recover? Yes, they do. Purdue does, in fact, recover.
Miles Slusher knocked it out of Carr's hands. A big collision there in front of the defensive coordinator here. But Carr, I don't think ever saw the backside here.
No, never saw him.
Yeah, love the call by Shear. Let's bring him. Let's bring the safety Slusher off the edge. The line starts to slide that way. They don't have enough guys. C.J. Carr completely unaware of the secondary pressure, and the ball comes out. When you're trying to build a culture, you're trying to establish a program, it's all about fighting and competing and battling. Barrio knows how to do it. His team has responded.
And that's just the second takeaway for the Purdue defense also.
And then how about this? The Hail Mary to end the first half. Nebraska is going to tie things up before going into the locker room. Imagine that.
For again, it may be one. And a Boilermaker, that's E.J. Horton hobbling off the field. their wide receiver.
First to the half.
And that's going to be Notre Dame's first time out of this opening half. Purdue knocking on the door, trying to score late here in the opening half.
You know, the TimberTech products compared to...
We're not going to worry about commercial breaks. We don't do that around these parts. We'll check in on North Carolina and UCF. See what's going on there. Something else really in a scoring position as of right now.
Performing at Nebraska. We got it all at the half. Eric and Spencer. We'll see you then.
Best team money can buy.
I'll be right back as well. I'm going to see what my dogs are up to.
So it's third down at 14. It has been sunny, temperatures in the mid-80s. I don't know why, but UCF chose to wear their black tops. I wonder about that, but I guess they know better than we do. Look at the time of possession. Scott Frost's team has been out there in that baking sun for a large portion of our first half. That's a pretty nice distinction. BYU and UCF, the only two FBS teams with 0 points allowed.
Now, if you go for the post corner here, partner, on this side of the field, the right side, you got to be careful not to take that over route too far, because right about the 10-yard line, you're going to start getting into a shaded area. And the receivers have a tough time spotting the ball and IDing it once it crosses into that from light to that darker area.
Third down at 14. Jordan Shipp, number 1. He's the big play guy for the Tar Heels. He's going to be lower portion of your screen in the slot. Design rollout left side. June out of the backfield. That is a short gain. Short gain. It'll bring up fourth down and probably 9.
Yeah,
and the kicking team will come on.
I like the decision to do that. Again, the fact that you had your back out there going to the wide side of the field, that makes sense. I, for a moment, thought they were going to try to throw the deep ball. Now you can see the entire field is covered. We got cloud cover now. But it would have been problematic to throw from light to dark. I think it was a good decision.
All right, Reese Verhoff has not missed a kick on the year. He is 4 for 4 on field goals, 9 for 9 on extra points. This is 40 yards out. You betcha. All right. So North Carolina, they break the seal. They put a 3 on the board. Let's see if UCF can answer. 1:23 remaining in our first half when we return.
There was a linebacker the last 3 years. He's made a great transition to tight end. We have to officially answer the Affleck trivia question. And we are bound to say Affleck as many times as we can while you read the answer.
Love that. Hashtag Affleck trivia.
Yes. It's a great staple of our coverage, the Affleck trivia question. Ohio State not far behind on that list. They've won almost 82% of their games here in the 100-year history of the Palace on the Prairie. Faison Miller's punt, brought back by Malcolm Simmons. Out of bounds at the 42. Here's Kevin Nagandi.
Sean, State Farm, halftime.
Got to be smarter when rushing the quarterback.
All right, there we go. Okay. So we
So first and goal.
yeah, I had to like get everything like update real fast. We got ourselves a goal and opportunity here. Auburn with a chance of possibly tying this game before we go into halftime. See if Auburn has what it takes to punch it in.
Scoring percentage, including touchdowns and field goal. Malcolm Simmons, the motion man. Damari Alston. Tough run to get just across the line of scrimmage. And another timeout call. The Sooners out of timeouts, trying to get the ball back as much time as they can. ESPN supports the College Football Playoff Foundation's Extra Yard for Teachers Week each year. to celebrate great teachers across the country who have inspired so many of us. Nominate a great teacher in your community by visiting cfpfoundation.org. So second and goal.
And it's certainly rocking in Norman.
On second down, if you want to throw it as an offense, this will be the down where you likely do it. So be careful if you're Oklahoma defensively. For a little play action, they might try to sneak one of those tight ends out in the flat. So mindful of your coverage responsibilities in your eyes.
They have 3 tight ends on the field. Alston is the running back. Only 3 carries today for Cobb, their leading rusher. Fake to Alston.
And ooh, what a grab! Touchdown, Auburn! All right, with that being said, we're going to put a bookmark on this for right now. Let's go ahead and jump into Ball State and UConn.
They can duplicate that number. Edwards,
they got just about at midfield.
Now for Che, former Husky, brings him down.
I think the thing that's been the most interesting when UConn's had the football is the lack of explosive plays. In the first part of the season, even when they had the close loss against Syracuse, a lot of chunk plays in this offense, and especially a week ago against Delaware. I think Ball State's done a nice job of taking away the explosive play opportunities and keeping everything in front of them.
Yeah, Huskies averaging just over 3 yards on first down, so to your point, a lot of explosiveness there. Vignano rolling right, man. Incomplete. Hit Chris Parker right in his chest. And he just dropped.
Third and long.
Well, it's just a simple curl route. The ball is thrown on the money. Hits him right between the 1 and the 3.
Oh, he just
right
dropped it.
That play. And another mistake for UConn. What should have been a first down now sets up a 3rd and long opportunity. This is a spot traditionally where you'll see Nathan Voris, Joey Stimler, Jack Beebe trying to get after the quarterback. A pressure look here. We'll see if Ball State tries to heat up the quarterback.
They're bunched up at the bottom of your screen, and now Bell in motion. Vignano looking left the whole way. It's complete. Ariella Murphy. A short gain, and it's 4th down. We'll see what Jim Moore does here as the offense looks like it is staying on the field.
I think you go hard count here. Try and see if you could steal an easy 5 yards, but the way that your defense has played, I would not go for this. Pinned Ball State deep a couple times.
All right, see if they actually snap this.
They're just trying to
Trip
draw
to the right.
State offsides here and then take the penalty if they don't.
They're stacked to the right, and now Cam Edwards makes it a 4th.
And then we do have a touchdown in the Buffalo game as well. I haven't seen a lot about Buffalo, but like early, they actually snap it. And they got it. First down for UConn. The drive continues. As I need to update for Buffalo as well. There we go.
I love the decision. I did not think they would snap this ball, but Jim Moore is saying, look, we're going to try and activate this offense. And as now they go fast.
And it's Bell coming the other way. And he's brought down by DJ Fields. And UConn trying to pick the pace up, seeing if they can catch the Cardinals sleeping quick out here to Bell on the flat.
Another quick screen
to
the outside.
Well.
These are, you hear people talk about the extension of the run game. This is a great example of it. Not running the ball as effectively as you want. What do? Just get it on the perimeter immediately for a 4-yard gain.
Skylar Bell already has 10 catches. I mean, just 70 yards, but 10 catches. All right, 2nd and 6. And they're going to give it to Edwards up the middle.
Nowhere to go, though.
There.
And just inside the target line for Chris Freeman, when we asked Jim Moore where would you want him to be with an opportunity for a field goal, set about the 35-yard line. A little bit of wind today, but not much. For a field goal opportunity for UConn, he'd love to pick up just a little bit, help out your kicker.
And 10th upcoming play of the drive, Jack Beebe, who makes rugs in his spare time. More on that a little bit later. He made the tackle. Edwards here on
All right, we go. Third down. And Pagano pick up another one.
Time. Going deep. He's got a man.
Oh, I had him too. He just barely missed him.
Murphy. DJ Fields on the coverage.
Inside slot fade, trying to get him on the outside. He wins his route. This ball's got to be thrown over the outside shoulder with
All right,
air.
so we're going to put Bookmark on Ball State and UConn for right now. Let's swing back into Auburn and Oklahoma. No one really in a scoring position or straight up there in halftime right now.
All right, dinner on Matt tonight.
Oklahoma and trying to come away here with some points before the end of the half. We'll see what happens there.
Doesn't take much to be the top dog in this three-man crew.
Well, he thought the officials got it right on the overturned defensive touchdown by Auburn. We didn't. I think we all agreed.
Oh, and then UConn on 4th and 6 and go for it again. I was not expecting them to go for it.
Inside the 5.
And they did. And it goes for a substantially wrong play.
Now it looks like they got that spotted right, that right foot going out of bounds.
33 yards on the play. And Edwards is going to try to bulldoze it in, but he stopped short.
Almost messed around and found the end zone, too.
Jaron Conley, the redshirt sophomore from Kansas City. And they're on the stop. How about Jim Mora going forward on 4th down, trying to.
Yeah, no kidding. Really growing some cojones there.
Confidence. Going fast again. Edwards just falls down. And Nathan Voris, former Husky. Two-handed touch there.
Seen him go for it on 4th down twice on this drive. And, you know, expect the same here. And you're exactly right. I think Cam Edwards falls down there, loses his footing. Fully expect this to be 4-down territory here for UConn.
14th play of the drive. The 3rd and goal here after 3. And now Bell coming back to the right side. And they're loaded on the right side. Fignano looking, throws. Oh, and it's broken up.
Broken up. Do they go for it for a 3rd time?
But there's a flag on the play.
Now this is late. Hit by Jack Beebe. It's going to extend this drive. It'll be a 1st down for UConn. Makes contact really late with Joe Fignano.
Garrett Dickerson.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Wow, and that's going to be an automatic 1st down as well.
Half the distance to the goal line. Automatic 1st down.
Just a killer here. Would have been 4th and goal from the 2, and he's 3 steps, just a little bit of contact that pushes Fignano to the ground, but there's absolutely no reason.
Oh, not even necessary either.
On the quarterback at that point, maybe a little bit of a dive for Fignano, but for Beebe, you're telling him stay away from him.
Yeah, only the 2nd penalty all day in both.
That's half of this to the goal, plus the fact that you get a brand new set of downs there too.
1st and goal from the 2.
This is a tough break for Ball State.
Huskies.
Who actually has played really well so far today.
And they're down at the goal line.
Okay, so they're saying possibly a touchdown here.
Smith takes it on the end around.
That ball came out.
Well, we saw a signal a touchdown. All right, and so the Huskies are getting up clapping. And another look. Here's Smith. Oh, yeah, he's over. Reaches over.
Okay, yep, he is over. Let's go ahead and check in on Michigan and Nebraska. No one, I believe there is anyone at across the 50-yard line. So I guess in the meantime, Michigan and Nebraska, they're just out of their halftime, and it's all knocked up at 17 here. Thanks to that Hail Mary pass that they got towards the end of the 1st half.
It's going to be a fight for the next 2 quarters for sure. 2 tight end set for Michigan. 2nd down and 8. Blitz coming. And the throw's complete to one of those tight ends, Marlon Klein. That's his first catch of the
All
day.
right, so it looks like Liberty may have just crossed midfield. We'll see what Michigan does on the third down.
10 yards and 2 touchdowns and an interception. Haynes over
If Michigan drive falls, we'll move over to the Blue Ridge game, or battle of Blue Ridge between Liberty and James Madison with a flame trying to take the lead. He's got the first down there about midfield. The first for 3rd and 3 for Michigan.
Underwood on the throwback screen. Nice.
And that goes nowhere.
And a nice job by Vincent Shavers to stay home.
But Tulane actually has a little bit of substance. Down by 20 at the half. We'll see if Tulane, on the other hand,
nice rhythm and pace,
and they have a little bit of juice. It's an unkind first half for them so far.
When you can get first downs, how much it changes the feel. And Tulane did have a long drive in that first half, only one of them. They ended up having to settle for a field goal. Get back in this game, it's going to be about putting the ball in the end zone. We still haven't seen chunk plays, though, from Tulane, other than from the feet of Jake Retzloff.
2nd and 3, very manageable scenario here. They're going to keep it on the ground with Gordon, bouncing it outside. And Gordon pushed out of bounds right near that first down.
A bit of first down.
Graves Jr.
Don't see a flag either. No fans were calling for one.
He was really close to picking up that first down.
Certainly was.
They're going to give it to him, it looks like.
It's a nice job on the perimeter by Omari Hayes. As the ball bounced outside, getting a nice little shield block on one of the Ole Miss safeties. And now as you've gotten some momentum outside of just Jake Retzloff running the ball, can keep this Ole Miss defense guessing a little bit more and not focus in on just the quarterback, and maybe you can get the quarterback's legs going again.
Retzloff with a clean pocket. Downfield, incomplete.
Oh, probably had it.
Stevens, who was open in that crease in the secondary. Setting up a second
And that was just the play that Tulane had to have. They had to have that one, and they're not getting it.
And the corner sits, and safety's over the top, so there's a little hole right there for Jake Retzloff to fit the ball into, and it's actually a pretty nice throw. The window's not huge, and it's got to be right there, or else the safety's able to get over there. Throws it to the back shoulder a little bit. You'd love for Anthony Brown-Stevens to be able to come down with that. It's a tough throw, high level of difficulty there, high level of difficulty on the catch, and just not quite able to make the play.
2nd and 10 as a result. Between the tackles again.
There we go.
Run by Arnold Barnes, picking up the first
Points that Tulane was looking for all first half. They didn't have them.
And they move the chains again on this opening drive of the third.
Yeah, the hole's going to open up here on the right side. TJ Daugherty's a little too far, and it opens up the ability for Barnes to get right up behind the puller, who kicks out Daugherty, and Tulane's rhythm once again. A 10-yard run after the missed double move. They've converted some third downs. The adjustment's paying off.
Roddy, this is the 9th play of the drive. And nowhere to go that time for Arnold Barnes. Stopped up after a 1-yard gain by Perkins. Barnes will come out of
a very promising sign just for Tulane to be able to move the ball like this coming out of the half. But now you're starting to approach into the red zone here. Can Tulane finally finish the drive, though? They've had their moments. Haven't done anything with it, as we do get a final update, actually. So Clemson was actually in 11 away for quite some time down in Clemson, South Carolina. That game is finally went final, and Syracuse actually does finalize the upset. They beat Clemson 34-21. Big-time win for Wayne Brown and the boys.
Trying to get to the edge.
As Syracuse is going to get the 3-1. And Clemson falls to 1-3.
And another first down.
Look at all the big bodies that get out in front of.
Of course, Clemson not going to be eliminated from the college football playoffs yet, but they're going to have to definitely win out. Maybe get a little bit of help too.
Offensive coordinator for Tulane, who has Pete Golding's defense a little on their heels to start this second half.
But either way, massive win for Fran Brown and his guys. They definitely earned that one.
Gordon in the backfield. Gordon gets the call, and Gordon makes it down to about the 4-yard line. Jaden Yates making the tackle on that.
You also have a red zone
6-yard
opportunity in Toledo and Western Kentucky with the Rockets. They do have the ball. Looks like inside the 15-yard line. It's going to be a 2nd and long. Something that we're monitoring, but we are staying fearful right now in the Tulane and Ole Miss game.
Gordon stopped up by Harris.
Seeing if Tulane can finish this drive out.
Who has been an imperious presence.
I know the eyes of the G5 are definitely keening in on this game right now. Not looking good for the G5 at this moment.
Big Smoke is cooking right now. He's got to find the right ingredients, though, to get this ball in the end zone. This is 4-down territory. You got to get a touchdown out of this. You've already eaten up half of the 3rd quarter, so possessions are going to be at a premium most likely.
3rd and goal from just inside the 5. Barnes in the backfield. Retzloff under heat. Got it away.
Oh, he had him.
His receiver, tight end Justin Reed.
He was genuinely open for a moment, just couldn't get it on his numbers.
I think that, yeah, the offense is going to stay on the field right now. In 4th and goal.
You've not been able to prevent Ole Miss's offense from scoring Yeah. You've been able to prevent them scoring touchdowns, but they're 5 for 5, and they've gotten the ball, putting it in the end zone. Down 20. You gotta find the end zone here.
Bohannon and Preston split
here for now because of 4th and goal. Tulane looks like they are going for it. Toledo, meanwhile, 3rd and 5, dropping back with their quarterback. Leads in, looks to the left, and that's no good.
In the pocket, make him beat you with his arm.
Looks like Toledo may be settling for a field goal as well. But they're going for it on 4th down. It's not happening.
And the Rebels will take over on downs. Brown Stevens was the closest receiver. But that pass had no chance.
That was one you definitely 100% needed. You needed that to go, and they just didn't get it, man. So, you hate to see it, but let's go ahead and check in. Looks like nobody crossing midfield. As of right now, Toledo is settling for a field goal. Ball State might have something going on here. Let's check in on Ball State and UConn. There looks like they might be about in midfield. Just want to get confirmation of where. Okay, Liberty's at the 35, so we'll check in on Liberty and James Madison instead.
Michael Merdinger at quarterback. Play action.
Oh, nice catch.
Person was the target. It was low, and they say it's a catch.
I would run up on the ball and try to get a playoff real quick.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Oh, it wouldn't even matter whether it's a catch or not.
15 yards to the end of the run. Automatic. First down.
Oh, yeah. So now we've definitely got ourselves a red zone opportunity now.
Because it looks like he had his hands underneath it. They made an excellent catch. And you're wondering, oh, the ball was low and away. Well, because Merger was getting whacked as he's throwing it. We'll take a look at it here. Stands in there. Yeah, high hit. That's the proper call. You saw the defender come in there a little too high. You can't do that. And 15 will get tacked on to the end of that run.
JMU, 3 personal foul calls. Houck back out there, his first game of his career today.
All right, so because of that roughing the passer penalty that came in after the completion, Liberty now inside the 15-yard line, and they're now spun down at the 10, but there's another flag.
I should say that play for that was a Mark Thomas, number 8. Jamie, a little too high of the hit on Merger.
Hold it. Offense, number 60. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Yup Enberg's the left guard.
Watch it right there, left side. Right there, you see a little hold, and you see Emmanuel Bush, big number 0.
Yeah, imagine that was going to be a hold. Not too terribly surprised there.
Get inside there. Big number 60, Yup Enbergs.
Liberty continues to rotate quarterbacks. Merdinger.
Oh, lit up like a Christmas tree.
Drew Spinagati all over it.
I don't see the cannon out there, but But Drew Spinagatti got shot out of one right here as he comes right up the A-gap, doesn't get touched.
Baby.
Makes the
We might
tackle
also
for
have a
loss.
touchdown here in Ball State and UConn. Ball State might potentially cut this down to a field goal. But with that being said, we do have a flag.
A mix-up of the offensive line.
Is the flag going to take a Ball State touchdown off the board?
Spinagatti comes free.
One of those guys that
It is. It looks like it's going to be holding.
Chesney, who's now the head coach at JMU. Merninger to the near side, and covered up was Jamari Person.
Elijah Culp, probably not one you want to challenge. He's really good on the outside in coverage.
Almost had himself an interception in the first half.
I'm just really good. Looks back, perfect contact. He actually got grabbed a little bit. They never call that, but good job by Elijah Culp. He's a good get for them, for JMU at that corner position.
Liberty got the ball to start the third quarter, and that drive's still going. This is going to be the 12th play of this drive.
Yeah, almost half the quarter's gone.
All right, we'll see what Liberty can do. Like literally anything.
Merninger connecting with Jacob Jenkins, the tight
All right, so
end.
we do get a little bit of something, but at the same time, Ball State coming fresh off of that penalty that took the touchdown off the board, they do actually find a way to connect on an RPO, and of course I'll put them back into the red zone. So let's check it now on Ball State and UConn, see if they can get their touchdown that we originally saw them have on the board.
Completion. And the Cardinals are on the move. 1st and 10 from the 13.
Mismatch at the top.
And Kelly was looking that way. Comes back over the middle. Nice move by Hamilton. Yeah, he's got another nice gain. Down about the 5.
Yeah, Liberty was able to tack on a field goal as well.
All right, so let's go back to the 37-yard run that was wiped out there in the penalty here.
You get a little bit of a shove, and I said more of a bang-bang as Ball State goes fast.
And it's Horton. Yeah, a good pursuit to the football.
And then it looks like there actually is a weather delay happening in the Notre Dame and Purdue game. So they're actually the weather delay down in
that's one where Cameron Anthony is trailing
in South Bend, Indiana.
Say, hey, let that go. But Ball State, nice job on the completion. Donovan Hamilton overcome a lot of that penalty yardage, pick up a first down.
Hopefully it's not a significant one, though.
Yeah, the Husky faithful trying to make some noise here. 10th play of the drive. 3rd and 1 here. And Kelly's going to keep himself, and he gets stood up.
Nowhere for him to go.
Donovan Branch and Osiris Gilbert. The wall there for the Huskies, and he lost 2 on the play.
Donovan Branch blows this up on the right side. That did not look like a read at all with the motion coming across. That's a a pull read all the way by Kyle Kelly, and nowhere to go with Donovan Branch crashing off that right side.
Big decision here.
Britton, the long snapper, Cole Stumbaugh, the holder, and Carson Homer.
All right, looks like they're actually bringing their field goal unit out. In the meantime, in terms of what we're looking at in the present moment, Michigan putting together a little bit of a drive. We'll see if they can retake the lead against Nebraska. That is not a promising start, though.
Deshaun McCullough from the edge, number 15, just blows up a play like he knew it was happening.
Yes.
Coming right off the edge, right in there, clear. He just beats him. Can't even hand the ball off on that play. Again, coming from the opposite side.
Legal formation, 5 in the backfield. That penalty is declined.
You mean to tell me that in an illegal formation Michigan did, and they still lost yards off of it? That's crazy.
Same play that he got in there before, basically. The pulling guard could not get there before it was attacked from the edge.
2nd and long for Michigan in Nebraska territory. Underwood, plenty of time, fires. Oh, what a catch.
Oh, did he bring it down? Yes, he does. That's going to get the Wolverines in the red zone.
It's close. Whether his first, I don't know. I think his first Catches it. Yep, his toe is on the line.
Oh, I thought he had that. I'm a Buckeyes fan, and I thought that Michigan receiver. Oh yeah, that's okay. Okay, I see what they're talking about. Okay, that was
It looks like that right big toe or left big toe just hits in the white.
We do have a red zone opportunity developing though. UCF and North Carolina. We'll check in on that. See if the Knights can pull away further from this North Carolina team led by Bill Belichick.
You don't even necessarily know he's got the ball the way he runs with intention. He makes everything look the same. Excellent job of execution there by Jackson.
Fantastic athlete, comes from an athletic family. His dad played in the NFL. He's got a brother who plays in the NBA with the Golden State Warriors, Trace Jackson Davis. And I guess they decided that the spot wasn't appropriate. It's now 1st and 10, ball in the 24.
All right, but still like a borderline red zone opportunity though for UCF. We'll stick around here regardless of the ball spot change.
Fake it to Thomas. Nice. They find the tight end.
Got him.
Dylan Wade down to the 6-yard line.
Yeah, but partner, I want you to watch what Dylan Wade is. Last time he was in the slot position.
All right, goal line opportunity. But it looks like we have a man down.
But he's here now, and watch him release outside and get width, and the window is just straight through there. And that window is what allowed him to exploit that opportunity. Just a great job of putting him in different positions, whether he's true to the slot, moving him eventually to
But it looks like we do have a defensive touchdown
flexible. He can play anywhere.
and Gipso Lancey.
So Dylan Wade, who has had a nice ball game, will have to leave the game. Hopefully he doesn't go into the tent, and maybe it's just a
Raging Cajuns take back the lead against Eastern Michigan.
Situation. He has been fantastic.
It looks like he's holding his clavicle area up around his shoulder.
Yeah, they're walking to the tent. Don't go in there.
Yeah.
Nope, he stays out of it for now. Now the tent's coming up. Okay, 1st down and goal. Ball's at the 6-yard line. Miles Montgomery in the backfield. Doesn't have a touchdown so far this season. Montgomery pushes the pass.
Does he get there? Oh, he's going to be just a yard short. Got to give it to him again. He did all that work to get inside the 1-yard line. Give him a chance to punch it in, please.
I was just surprised
Let him cook.
As much push as he did. You know, DeAndre Robinson, the defensive tackle, Smith, Leroy Jackson and company. He pushed them backwards, man. They were moonwalking.
They want to get Montgomery a touchdown. And they do! Touchdown, Miles Montgomery!
Yeah, I know if we were going to show that man a little bit of love. Okay.
Some things you guess at, other things you just know. Coaching staff, they love Miles Montgomery.
All right, borderline. How about UCF, man? Like, I know North Carolina's been somewhat disappointing, but at the same time, though, like, I gotta put some respect on UCF's name, man. They're looking a lot better than expected, especially after what happened in the Jacksonville State game in week 1.
Miles for UCF, their largest lead of the day.
All right, so we'll put a bookmark on that for right now. James Madison, though, they are, in fact, in the red zone once again.
Iowa Day, a nice
And the Dukes, with that run alone, is going to make it a 3rd and short.
And a nice job by that offensive line at JMU. You know, they're
Battle of Blue Ridge has been very competitive thus far. Nice little rivalry game that's been developing. They have 10 of the next 15 years. We're going to see James Madison and Liberty play against each other in a series of home and homes.
Challenge them to get back to where they were in fall camp. They felt like they had a great fall camp. 3rd down. Aday has been the guy.
Ooh, look at that run.
This drive. He takes it inside.
Big man run right there.
And I love that. That's a full house in the backfield. You got the 2 running backs up front, a short set shotgun, and a pistol set behind him, and it's just power football. That's power football in 2025. That's what I would, power I back about 35 years ago.
And they'll stick with it. Aday
Punch it in, not so fast.
Short marked at the 1-yard line. Io Adei only made 2 appearances last year before an injury took him out of the rest of the season. Started out at D2 Harding. They didn't play any games because of the pandemic. Then he went to North Texas for 3 years. Hit 1,000 yards in 2023, and now at JMU. Wayne Knight takes his place in the backfield behind Barnett.
He's in. Well, no, they haven't marked it yet.
For the signal. Did Wayne Knight break the plane?
I'm going to say no.
Just short.
Wow, I thought he actually broke the plane there. I'm surprised that they are not calling that as a touchdown.
Oh, we're going to get a great look here.
It's where the ball is.
And that's just where the defensive line for Liberty won the line of scrimmage.
Oh man, something looked funky with the snap. Doesn't matter. Wayne Knight is in the end zone.
Still got it anyway. He ain't got no worries. I ain't got no worries. I ain't got no worries. James Madison takes the lead in the Battle of Blue Ridge.
Hand it to Wayne Knight. We'll get a look at it here, but I love the decision by Bob Chesney.
Or Auburn and Oklahoma coming out of halftime, 10-all.
Getting going. Let's see. Oh, it's just a low snap, but a great job by Barnett to pick that like a shortstop, picking it up.
Okay, that being said, Western Michigan looks like they might have themselves a red zone opportunity here. What a grab. We're going to jump into Toledo and Western Michigan right now. As the Broncos finally have an opportunity to score. They've been held very quiet thus far throughout this entire ball game.
Oh, he could have had a little hands to the face there.
With that throw and catch, all of a sudden, Western Michigan now finds themselves in the red zone.
He's a secret silent weapon in this offense. I mean, he came into the game with 6 catches, 49 yards. But at the same time, he is a weapon, and he can work those hashes.
Actually, saw Michigan hit a long field goal, too. Just saw that highlight come up.
So Western Michigan inside the red zone. Lowry dumps it right back to Bosma. And he's inside the 10-yard line. Bosma, the native of Holland, Michigan, about 60 miles to the north. He gains 5 here. And by the way, Jalen Buckley is on the field. A good sign for the Broncos. Remember, he was slow to get up a couple of times earlier in the game, and Toledo has held him in check so far. They load up the right side, trying to clear the way for Buckley, who picks up maybe a yard.
That's a nice job there by that offensive line getting a push. They still can get a first down here. I actually think it's 4-down territory myself, so I'm trying to get 3 or 4.
All right, looks like we do have a game that's entering in the 4th quarter now. UConn and Ball State, and the Cardinals, they actually did manage to get a field goal. So this is actually a 1-score game. We'll see what happens with the resolution in terms of what we have going on with this particular drive for Western Michigan. But then afterwards, we might fight back to Ball State and UConn because of the fact that it is a 1-score game. You got it! Touchdown, Broncos!
That's why he's the starter. Brock Lowry flashing the
It's been an ugly affair. It's been a rock fight. But Western Michigan officially back in it. All right, now let's go ahead and step in.
But it's really quarterback
back to UConn and Ball State. The Huskies of UConn, the football team, no stranger to 1-score games.
Coach told us about
turns up field. It's looking to pick up yards.
Both of these offenses really leaning on that stretch run game. UConn, it's a staple of their offense. Again, a little bit undersized offensive line, but very athletic. It's a staple because they want to get these defensive linemen running sideline to sideline. And part of that for a running back is you have to be patient and know when to press to the sideline and when to cut back. And I think both these running backs, Cam Edwards and Victor Rosa, have done a nice job.
You brought up Arian Foster earlier. It used to be a thing of beauty to watch that man plant and cut up field. Fignano on the rare keep.
This was a broken play I don't think Fignano was expecting the ball, but a nice job. That happens, it falls in your lap. What, he is not expecting the football. Okay, well, let's just get vertical, try to pick up anything here. Another third down for Ball State coming up.
Yeah, Louis McCargo, the transfer from Virginia Union, also spent 3 years at Temple. And that's when Jeff Knowles was at Temple as well. So all the kids said, hey, you got some more eligibility. I want you to come play with us here at Ball State. 3rd and 3. Huskies trying to extend the drive in Cardinals territory.
Oh, that's going to be a delay of game.
Should be a delay. They got the timeout first. Almost a delay of game.
Play clock was running down.
UConn has called their first timeout of the half. This will be a full timeout.
Again.
It looks like actually West Michigan missed the extra point.
Up by 7.
All right, so put a bookmark on that for right now. Tulane, Ole Miss. That ball game,
they're moving that quick.
very interesting what's happening out there right now. So Ole Miss already up by 20. Right about the 25-yard line right now. We're going to put the dagger in this ball game.
Chambliss off the bootleg, using his legs and tiptoes out of bounds. Gained about 8 on the play. Man, he has done it in all facets of the game today. But I tell you what, you look at his football pants. I mean, they always talk about rules in the knees. I'm not going to snitch, but he almost wearing hot pants out there, man.
I mean, a little higher might be the pants that you was working out in this morning.
Good compression shorts. I mean, every year we hear the rule talk, right? About pants and knee pads.
I feel like you gotta pick your battles here.
Okay.
I mean, we've got.
I'm not trying to snitch, but he moves pretty well.
I think we've got the first down markers broken. Formerly the chains, but we don't have the chains anymore. You know,
No.
we don't have the two.
R.I.P. to the chain
we
gang.
got this newfangled thing that has the yardage on there, and they might have to bring out the chains.
If we don't have chains, why did we just have a delay for the broken chains?
How about that?
Well, look what they're bringing out. They're bringing out the actual chains. Like, they're bringing out the old school.
Backup.
You guys ever have to work the chain gang at a youth football game? That's power right there.
Always ready. Let's take a look at what happened. Our cameras are everywhere, folks. Our director, Aladdin Freeman, got guys. Oh, there it is, right there.
Oh, he tripped over the chain.
Snapped it.
Yeah.
What in tarnation is going on?
2nd and 2. They fake the jet sweep. Chambliss keeps it. A yawning hole up the middle. Chambliss a yard shy of the end zone at the 1.
Oh yeah, we could see like a dagger being like sent over here pretty soon. Yeah, especially if Ole Miss punches it in here.
Just a counter play that opens up, and it parts like the Red Sea. Trinidad Chambliss says, "Oh, I will take that highway all day long down inside the 10."
Lacey in the backfield beside
We do have another game ranked. Just the Michigan running game getting loose on this one. Another big time run. Jordan Marshall find the end zone for the Michigan Wolverines. They're going to extend the lead even further. They're now going to have a 10-point lead on the road.
An insurgents led by Hamilton, Hopper, and Dyson.
It's funny, we were talking to Charlie Weiss Jr. about play calling, and he was talking about his dad. Obviously, Charlie Weiss Sr., one of the great play callers. We asked if he ever gets any feedback from his dad. He said the only feedback that he gets is, why aren't you under center on 3rd and short or you know, goal line and short?
Direct snap again to Lacey, and stopped up
Not
short
gonna get
of the
there.
end zone for the 2nd consecutive time. They came back trying to run it off tackle, and now we're looking at a 3rd down and goal. So this is a very prideful defensive front. Front 7 at least for Tulane. And
All
that's
right,
going to be
so
the last play of the third
we'll go
quarter.
ahead and put a bookmark on that for right now. UConn and Ball State, they are back.
Back into it at this spot on the field.
And then we do have
As
another
soon as he
game.
drops this ball, looks to the
Louisiana
sideline
and
says,
Eastern
"I got
Michigan. They just
nothing.
end their
I can't see it."
they just ended the fourth
That's
quarter
just
over there as
unfortunate.
well.
It's not fair.
And that's a
Let's
one-score
put the
game
check
going
in
into the
with
fourth quarter.
Well, guys, you're talking about the sun. I'm telling you right now, I'm on the UConn sideline, and I'm struggling to see what's going on the field. So you mentioned the play there where he couldn't
All right,
see.
so
It
three
is sunny
one-score
down
games that are
here.
happening around the country. Let's go ahead and
Edwards
get those
breaks
marked
into
off.
that bit of sun there on the left side of the field for 4.
Well, that's a one-score
Figured it was
game.
something because Honig has really good hands.
That's a
Sure-handed
one-score
tight
game
end, and
as
that
well. There might be
bounced
more.
right off his face mask. 3rd and 6. Again,
There we go. Third and 6 coming up now.
2 different 4th downs.
See what UConn can do.
Outside of the range where they feel comfortable with Chris Freeman, so expect this again to be 4-down territory.
And Edwards just 8 yards shy of his third 100-yard effort of the 2025 season. They're going to quickly get it out to Bell and let their playmaker play. And Bell is close.
All right, 4th down. I imagine he'll go for it. 4th and short.
Dropped by Amir Glenn.
That's the cat and mouse game. Last time on 3rd down, Ball State had an extra defender out wide, so what did UConn do? They handed it off. This time, a 6-man box for Ball State, and UConn's answer is now we will throw it on the perimeter. The offense, just like we expected, staying on the field here on 4th and short.
Oh, yeah, that definitely
4th
tracks.
and 1, and you see the Cardinals with 8 players in the box. Edwards going to give it a try on the right side. Finds a seam.
Oh, yeah, gone like a girl in a country song. Touchdown, UConn. And it looks like UConn might be trying to pull away here. We'll put a good mark on this UConn game for right now. There is another game, James Madison and Liberty, that could develop into a one-score game. We are monitoring that. But for now, Toledo and Western Michigan, with that, it's just a 7-point game. They're back from commercial. Let's tune in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
The conference opener for Toledo.
All right, we go. Starting the fourth quarter, got the fours up out in Kalamazoo. Can they pull off the upset against the Rockets? Only down by 6.
Flushed out. Tipped in the air. Incomplete. Off the hands of Jacob Peterson, his tight end. And Western Michigan comes up with a stop to open up the 4th.
Man, watch Dane Tucker, number 11, man. He just comes off that edge. He's hard to block. Give Cole Rett some credit. Right there could have easily been a holding penalty. They didn't call it. But I tell you what, that was a dangerous throw. And a lot of times when you see turnovers, it's due to tips and overthrows. That was almost one.
So another 3 and out, back-to-back now for this Toledo offense. And Kevin Boone Nelson brings in the punt.
When James Madison and Liberty, they eventually getting ready to enter the fourth quarter. They're not going to snap the ball yet again.
Their best drive, and not even close. They ended up with points, ended up with the touchdown by Brock Lowry. Now can they build on that down a score?
Well, they showed some signs of being able to open it up. And I think that's why they were able to score.
Then Eastern Michigan to start things out in the fourth quarter. They're going to find their way into the end zone. They just came out of commercial break. And Eastern Michigan going to take the lead. They're going to be up by 4.
Yeah, Marcus, they've run it 23 times for 38 yards today. Lowry runs it here. And Brock Lowry churns across the 40. Gain of 7 on 1st down.
And starting the fourth quarter for Ole Miss and Tulane, the Rebels score yet another touchdown. It's 30-3. So we do officially have a splattering in Oxford.
I mean, 13-22.
I'm not going to really worry about game updates from that one unless Tulane makes an insane comeback. Unfortunately, not something that I'm counting on. Lackluster effort for the Green Wave here this afternoon.
Earned the job on Monday. Lowry with the 1st down, a crushing hit But Brock Lowry was able to brace himself. He picks up 5.
A little bootleg action there on 12 personnel, one back, 2 tight ends. It's good coverage there, and he eyes downfield. Right there, he protected the football. Apollonia came in there with the smack.
We do also have a game break out of Oregon and Oregon State. Oregon does end up winning 41-7. A very expected result. I don't know if Oregon covered, though. So, I mean, if you're a Beavers fan, there's at least a little bit of, I guess, solace that you might have covered. Maybe.
Now, it's not like Lowry is sliding here. We'll take another look.
All right, so while we're reviewing that, John Matier and the boys, we actually finally have a red zone opportunity in the Auburn-Oklahoma game.
And they're a little winded here with the tempo. 8 plays run by Oklahoma.
Oh, and then Troy also scored the touchdown. So they are the last team to score.
Right there, so Auburn could make
Pretty
some changes if they
window.
want, but deciding not to, going with the personnel they have on the field.
Javonte Barnes in at running back now. 3 receivers.
And the extra
to
point is
Matier's
good,
right.
too.
Look out for Falk. He went leap in the air, didn't get him. Now a
Oh.
wide receiver, and it's through the hands of Javonte Barnes.
A little high.
Along the far sideline.
Matier continues to drift in the pocket a little bit, getting a little too deep, putting those tackles in a very tough spot, but a great job stepping up this time, keeping his eyes downfield, and if Barnes secures it, he walks into the end zone. Big missed opportunity and just goes
Florida
to show
State
the
and
instincts.
Kent State are also back from lever delay. The lead is only grown there. Florida State up 45-7, but that's very early in the first quarter, though. They recently got out of lever delay.
Look at all those guys lined up. It looks like it's going to be a blitz from DJ Durkin.
Everybody standing up. It is a blitz. It's a quick slant that ends short of the.
All right, so that's going to end in probably a field goal for Oklahoma. Let's get settled back in.
We've seen Dante McMillan as a flat-out star.
Eastern Michigan and Louisiana. The Eagles up by 4. They came in as an underdog. They're still looking for their first win of the season. Could this possibly be a drive where we see the Eagles put it away?
It is a very good fourth quarter. 11 plays, 75 yards. Eastern Michigan goes down the field. Answering back, got to credit Noah Kim a lot as well. His mentality not wavering one bit after the pick 6.
They have a short memory. We talk about cornerbacks having short memories when they give up big plays. Quarterbacks have to have them too when they have a disaster play like that.
Then James Madison and Liberty also starting things out in the fourth quarter. You see what's going on in the Battle of Blue Ridge. Duke's only up by 4.
Williams for Louisiana. And he tries to break a couple of tackles out near the 30-yard line. For Louisiana, Taoka, has Daniel Beal proved that you can't just load up the box against me because I can throw the football?
No question about it. He is showing that continued work in practice, ongoing skill development will get you in the direction you want to go. People like to look at the first 3 games and think that the season's over. Well, you know, Coach Desmo talked about it's never as bad as people think it is, and it's never as good as people think it is when you're winning. And so that mentality of ongoing skill development, believing in our players, you're seeing Bill now be a beneficiary of that. And I expect him to get better and better as the season goes on, as you see the lunch.
Big drive here for the Raging Cajuns, who have been a little bit disappointing so far. Definitely like stemming from their week 1 loss to Rice. They played with food a little bit too much.
Clever set of plays feeding off his fun name, Lunch Winfield Lunchbox. But
And then you got that delay in game as well, just really hurting you there too.
Crew coming in, you definitely want to start them with a 5-yard penalty for no reason. Got to be ready to play. And remember, this is coming off of a kickoff return situation, so there's really no excuse for that penalty.
we'll find out what's in the lunchbox here. Usually it's a designed run. Here it is, designed run right on cue, hurdling a man.
Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, but not much more though.
Maybe about a yard shy of that. But definitely not you don't want to set yourself back when you're going with the lunchbox type sets.
No, you want to, in my opinion, you want to run zone coverage where eyes are on the quarterback when lunch comes in the game. You want everybody to see him. You don't want to do a whole lot of man coverage, which you're tempted to do to bring people forward, because if he breaks the line of scrimmage on any kind of pass play with guys running away from him, you're in trouble.
We'll hand it off. Spinning down is Bill Davis. It's a Louisiana group that had 4 total passing yards last week, as crazy as that sounds, against Missouri. Of course, 52-10 loss. Really good Mizzou team.
I'm sorry, how many did you say 4? Like 4 passing yards?
Drive when they had 39 yards passing. Opening drive that resulted in a touchdown. So they've moved the ball. But on 3rd and 8, this crowd at the factory going to get fired up here.
Lunch stays in the game. That's very interesting to me, that in what looks to be a passing situation, your runner stays in.
All right, 3rd and long now.
And coverage across the board.
A lot of
false
towards
start.
the left side of the line where Brian Williams
Raging
was set up.
Cajuns, your defending Sun Belt Western Division champions, just falling apart right now.
5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
It is Williams who came in for Jamarion Gooch.
We got an update from the Oklahoma-Auburn game, though. We do see that Oklahoma, they did like get the field goal up in the air.
And so when you flinch at that size, wearing all white, it's going to draw the attention of the officials, and that took a tough situation to even worse situation for the Raging Cajuns.
All right, so actually we're going to like step away from this 3rd and long. James Madison actually have a chance to find the end zone. Oh, he couldn't tiptoe his way in.
Out, marked at the 1, and a flag is
So
down
close
around the
to
16-yard line.
possibly creating some distance between them and Liberty. Oh, but there's a holding.
And we saw he had one earlier, right, when the running back bounced.
Oh, that's a kick in the dick.
Same thing. Big 76, right side of the screen. Oh yeah, he reaches. It's not much on the defender that's coming. Not much, but it's enough that he put that arm out.
Well, Lane Kiffin did end up going for 2, so instead of it being 30-3, it actually ends up being 31-3.
Joseph Carter,
real good sport there.
Handout slowed him up.
Backs him up to the 26-yard line. Barnett will throw out into the flat. DeGennaro with the grab.
And did you see the 2 receivers? DeGennaro was supposed to catch that and get to the outside because his receivers were blocking. They actually had it sealed off. DeGennaro just said, I'm going to come inside like it's a tunnel screen. It was not. It was a bubble. He needed to get that to the outside. And he probably could have scored if he went to the sideline with that.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, though.
2nd and long on the way. JMU looking to get to the 8-yard line. Barnett will swing it to Wayne Knight out of the backfield.
Oh, this one could be a tutty.
On the near sideline.
All right, not a tutty, but he does end up finding the 1st down marker.
And exactly what I want to see out of a running back. Swing pass, you got one blocker out.
Thought that was a 1st down, though. Initially, they aren't giving it to him. Need to change it up.
He does that, turns it up, and it's first, not just short.
It's a 13-yard pickup. Alonzo Barnett's got it. And room to go. Get in the end zone.
Easy
Alonzo
work.
Barnett.
Though, while James Madison to pull away a little bit, create some
Like things have
space.
shifted towards JMU.
That last touchdown drive that JMU had.
All right, so we'll put a bookmark on James Madison and Liberty. We'll head back over to Toledo in Western Michigan.
Out of the grasp of Tucker, and Gleason tumbles to the 47. Nice gain on the play. Could have been dropped behind the line.
Every now and then you have to show them that, to test the defense to see if they're disciplined. These quarterbacks don't always.
The point is, good, by the way, that does confirm the 24-13.
That time there, he pulled that. Everyone had eyes on training.
So here we are, Toledo. In a walk fight.
They need a yard, and Trainum gives them more than that into
Definitely
Western Michigan territory.
Ground and pound. That's what Toledo wanted to do coming in here. and this was a heavyweight street fight. And it's getting extremely physical in between those tackles. That's a good tackle there.
Yeah, that was a big hit by Jaden Davis. Now, fresh set of downs with 9.5 to go.
All right, the wheel with a chance to run some time up the clock, but they're going to throw. There's going to be a big back as well.
On the play. Ball might be out.
Is it? We do also see, like, start of the fourth quarter, Nebraska hitting a field goal. That does mean that we do have a one-possession game here.
Everybody from that pile.
Well, like a popular upset that was being picked.
It was recovered
Nebraska
by Toledo.
trying
Connor
to make it
Jones,
happen.
the tight end, got on top of it. It's a loss of 16.
Yeah, watch Kershawn Fisher, 20, coming from the right of your screen, using that good hand work, as you call it. That ball's coming out. That's a fumble.
Boy, I think that ball did come out, but in any event, Connor Jones did recover it for Toledo.
Let's see if it comes out right there. Yeah, it comes out. That's a good camera angle.
All right, South Carolina, or not South Carolina, excuse me, North Carolina. North Carolina actually found the end zone.
To the 40-yard line.
They're trying a 2-point conversion, trying to make this a 2-possession game.
To get your defense going to get some field position for your offense.
The Torios can find a way to punch one in.
Turnover, get a sack, strip.
Now 3rd and long, and Gleason wires it to midfield, well short of the line to gain. Jacob Peterson hauls it in for 11 yards, and it's 4th down. So Toledo has to punt again. I mean, you can't say enough about this Western Michigan defense today.
All right, so the 2-point conversion was a failure.
His way, but for the most part, the Toledo offense was very explosive coming in. #1 in the conference in scoring.
So North Carolina, they do get a touchdown on the board. It's still a 3-possession game, though. We'll still have UCF with a 27-9 lead.
Being that they come in here giving up 33, 31 points a game.
Now, Toledo, one of 32 teams in the FBS, scoring 40 a game the first 3 weeks, and being limited so far. Kevin Boone Nelson got to pass the 15, so 7.5 to go.
Timeout.
Western Michigan's offense has shown some life.
All right, so we're gonna like switch things over. That's about to go into commercial break. You know I don't believe in commercials. Meanwhile, Michigan under Bryce Underwood. We're gonna put Nebraska away, and we'll see if the boys can get it done on this drive and put a potential dagger in the Cornhuskers on the road. You also have a field goal. The Eagles now up by 7.
Come up with some stops here in the 4th quarter when they so desperately need to get the ball back. Underwood down the middle, got it complete to the tight end Marshall, but he's short of the first down.
They're just thinking up the field goal and Gibbs Delancey. It actually joints in. They're very close to actually missing, but that's not going to be the case here.
Probably the biggest 3rd down of the day for Michigan's offense and likewise for the Nebraska defense.
Well, the guy that's been making the plays has been number 15 at the bottom of your screen right here at the pass rush.
Blitz coming up the middle. Underwood throws on the run and overthrows.
Missed him.
Receiver Channing Goodwin, and it's 4th down.
I'll have to punt it back to Nebraska, and the Cornhuskers are going to have a chance to tie now.
Away from the pass rush. Again, a throw that could have been made. Watch, they're going to roll away from 15. Got a one-on-one and just a little too far outside with the fastball.
It's just noticed that Ole Miss scored another touchdown as well. They're pouring it on in Oxford.
Corey Barney made one mistake today when he fielded a punt inside his own 5. He should have some room for this one unless he fair catches.
Well, it's a low one, returnable.
Barney takes it at the 27.
Oh, he trips. That could have been a big return, but he trips. Yeah, I hate to see it.
Was down there to get maybe a piece of him. Did he get a toe? Did he get anything? He got an ankle and then a trip on his own.
All right, so Michigan and Nebraska, they're getting over to commercial break as well. Toledo and Western Michigan, on the other hand, they are not, they are coming out of their commercial break. They are jumping back into it.
From the loss to Michigan, and see Northern Illinois there, over there duking it out with Mississippi State. So I think that's a good lineup, man. Miami lost a close one to UNLV, scored a lot of points, you know. So those games can go either way. And that's why styles make fights. Even this game, people had Toledo. Oh, they're going to run away with it. Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Looks like Western Michigan does take over. 7:30 left. A chance to possibly nod things up halfway through the fourth quarter.
In week 4, Western Michigan down a touchdown. And starting with Jalen Buckley shrugging off defenders. And Buckley's up to the 25. Gain of 8.
That's a good run on that outside zone play. He picked up some great block. I like that.
Then hold on, don't look now. Troy has kind of been
misdirection, as you see.
coming past the side, but don't look now. Troy just scored another touchdown with less than 6 minutes left.
Side of the 50, that's what jumps out.
And all of a sudden, we have ourselves a little bit of a ball game here in Buffalo.
To the 30-yard line and 5 yards.
That's going to bring us up now to 4 one-score games in the fourth quarter.
In 4 games this year, 4 total. Brock Lowry has accounted for all 4 of them. And now he's trying to come through in the biggest moment yet.
Yeah, I think this drive here, man, is very key. That was a good design quarterback run. They have to stay out of long yardage though.
Lowry stepping up, hit as he threw it, and it's dropped by Chenault. The true freshman who the coaches rave about could not reel it in.
Well, the ball hit him in a bad spot, Ted, right in the hands. And you have to make that catch, especially when you're one of their favorite targets and top receivers, Avion Chenault. He just didn't look it in. Ran a good route. Just couldn't hold on to it.
And Eshawn Carter had the pressure. This time, Chenault brings it in. And he steps out of bounds.
Right, we may have a one-score game redeveloping down up in Thornville, Connecticut. Ball State at the 1 yard line. There is an injury timeout with 3.5 to go. Ball State very close to punching it in there as well. We could be now seeing 5 one-score games happening at any given time.
For Western Michigan. Lowry behind Chenault, incomplete.
Oh, there's going to be a
multiple flags.
Well, there's going to be an automatic first down for the Broncos.
Braden Alls was in coverage. He's saying, me? Really? Boy, the other question here, was that pass tipped? There's also a Western Michigan player down. Let's take a look.
It was close to being tipped right there, but it wasn't tipped. Ball was behind him. Clearly dropped the ball. It's unfortunate because Braden Alls is one of those guys.
Personal foul, late hit with targeting.
Ooh, if that holds up, that Toledo DB, he's going to be out for the first half of the next game as well.
Now, of course, he'll take a closer look at it, but yeah, it's after the play here. Braden Alls, keep an eye left side of your picture, coming in against Chenault. And in that case, Marcus, you are talking about a defenseless player. So what you're looking for is that indicator. Is there a launch? Looks like it. Then forcible contact to the head or neck area. You're not talking about just the crown of the helmet. What do you see?
Well, I see he used his shoulder, and there was no helmet contact there, but I just think it was...
All right, sure enough, we do have a game update. Ball State answering back with 3:28 left to play. Almost within 8.
Just with the elbow, the forearm, is there forcible contact to the head or neck area of a defenseless opponent.
All right, so while they're going over that, I'm not going to waste too much time while they're going over that. We'll switch over to Michigan and Nebraska. 27-20 there still, 7-point game.
And this one bounces right in the middle of a bunch of players. And it's going to take a Nebraska roll down inside the 20.
That was a great 3-and-out for that Michigan defense, though. Crowd is all fired up. How do you do it? You sack the quarterback.
And of course, as soon as I flip over there, what do I get?
To find out who's going to survive in Lincoln. Michigan by a touchdown.
All right, so we'll put bookmark there. We're going to switch over to Troy. How about Troy making a late surge? They get the ball back. They're starting at about the 40-yard line.
Down by 3, and Troy's going to start this at their own 39.
Is there going to be another?
Right. Tucker Kilcrease
They're about to go to commercial too. Damn.
He's been running the football effectively, as you see. Gets to the outside.
Maybe.
Gets in for the score as he beats the Buffalo Bulls defender to the goal line. And he's also been throwing the ball pretty well as he makes a play right here to Mothershed, who picks up some extra yardage. But not to be outdone when it matters most. Okay, let's get.
Maybe not.
So, bam! Gets Ra Thomas for the score.
Your head coach.
All right, they don't. Okay, here we go. Troy only down by a field goal.
Quarterback Tucker Kilcrease is playing. Pocket broke down. He stepped through it and got 4 as he kept the football.
And that's going to be there all day. Keep running these receivers on decoy routes and allow Kilcrease to just simply pick up 3 to 4 yards or more every time.
Well, they moved it back to where he started the slide, so give him 3. Second down at 7 now from the 40-yard line. Kilcrease in a lot of trouble. Sack time, Buffalo.
Which, by the way, this is Troy's backup quarterback. Their typical starter, Goose Crowder, he got hurt, I believe, in the Clemson game. Why we are not seeing Goose Crowder at this time. Got a major 4th down stop as well for the Eagles.
You got to give your quarterback some time.
Unless that's like to get it to 4th and 2.
I think still way too much time left for 4-down territory here.
The way you're celebrating. Okay, that was the 4th down attempt.
Nope, came up short, not going to get there. Kilcrease is holding his head. He knew he had something there, but his throw came up short of receiver Roman Mothershed.
Yeah, he had multiple options on that.
Auburn, meanwhile, with 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, they're attempting a long field goal, but it is not even close.
Had he taken no gander to the right, he would have saw that he had 2 receivers open and possibly able to get the 1st down. But there's still a lot of time left, because if this defense can pull another 3-and-out scenario, he will get himself back on the football field with a chance to take the lead.
Remember we were discussing timeouts earlier? Remember that? And we said that this could come into play. Terrific boot. That's a terrific punt from Evan Crenshaw.
That was beautiful.
As that football spotted at the 10-yard line. The point we're making about timeouts, though, Troy used a couple that, hey, look, we're questionable.
Right.
You burn it. They were early to mid-3rd quarter.
Right.
They burned 2 of them there.
Right.
So now you only got 1 left, Gerard. Are you going to use it here maybe after you get a short Buffalo gain after 1st or 2nd down?
I don't think you need to, Michael, because they've had success throwing the
The
football.
Buffalo in a good position, though. They do have a chance to run out the rest of his clock.
Field goal unit on the team.
Been a shaky 4th quarter for the Bulls.
I got you.
But it starts right here.
But they can run the clock out.
Run game, LJ
And
Henderson.
they're probably going to need at least 2, maybe 3 1st downs to do it, though.
Actually gave him a pretty good spot at that football. I think. Maybe not. I was right the first time. It's at the football is at the 12-yard line.
They call one of those long 3-yard runs.
Long 2, short 3.
Vice versa, right?
Yeah, we're inside. We're approaching 3.5 left now. 2nd down at 7. Backup quarterback Gunnar Gray of Buffalo.
I didn't realize this. Buffalo was their backup quarterback as well.
If you're the Trojans, they're not going to pass the football. They don't trust him. That being Gunnar Gray, because they're not allowing him to throw the football.
We on Metro, don't trust it. We don't shoot you.
Hey. Here, but we have not really seen him take chances or get the opportunity to throw the football.
I'm going to tell you, we're going to find out what kind of confidence that head coach Pete Lembo and his offensive coordinator Dave Patnaud have in Gunnar Gray here. I mean, this is 3rd and 5 now. you're trying to protect a 3-point lead, but Gerard, I mean, you don't pick up this first down. That punt would come from around your goal line if you're Buffalo. We'll see. 3rd down and 5. Line to make at the 20.
Oh, it's incomplete. Troy's going to have another shot at this.
As the intended receiver as
Okay, in the meantime, we got a 4th and 7. Western Michigan deep in Toledo territory. We'll see if the Broncos have the cojones to tie it up. They just kind of fade to the back of the end zone. That didn't work.
I don't know about that grab at the end there, but he was in phase, and he has just as much right to that football as Chenal.
You think the flag should have been thrown?
No. No, sir.
That is definitely a DB talking. Yeah, go ask a Western Michigan fan right outside the booth. But now it's 4th and 7 with 2:16 to go. And a timeout.
Timeout, Western Michigan. That is their first charge timeout of the second half.
So
This will be a
possibly
30-second
play of the
timeout.
game here. 4th and ball game.
Timeout. Media.
Feels like the game is at stake after this.
All right, so they're going to commercial break. Of course they are. How about Michigan and Nebraska? Wolverines at about midfield right now. Have a chance to kind of put things away. It's after nice deflection. And then speaking of putting the game away, UConn with a possible dagger down the sideline. He's not getting caught. Touchdown, Huskies.
Didn't want to slip it out wide this time. Came inside, and that
Cam Edwards with a dagger. And they're going to survive against Ball State. Gotta give the Cardinals credit. They played extremely hard today. They came in as a heavy underdog. Didn't act like it.
Play clock almost
39.
Blitz coming for the secondary. Throws to Haynes. Broken tackle.
This is a tackle down the sideline. That's a big first down. Michigan on the verge of field goal range.
He's looking at what he's going to see. It looks like man-to-man coverage all over the field. And it's going to be just one of those slow screen passes. And they get out the lineman in front of them, but nobody even gets a block when they get it as a positive play.
Once he got around that one defender, it was clear sailing down the sideline. Jordan Marshall now in the Michigan backfield. Throw out in the flat. Incomplete.
Oh, they were all over that.
So you're right. What a nice job he did breaking that one up. This is one of those RPOs where the quarterback is looking outside and says, I got 2 blockers and a receiver, but when the corner beats the throw there, that's how you stop it.
Sierra spent 3 years at USC before the transfer to Nebraska. A big play there. 2nd down and 10.
So we do have a game entering the final quarter as well.
Lifted in the air and dropped for no gain.
That's black shirt defense right there. 3, 4, 5 guys making the tackle at the point
Haven't
of
heard a
attack.
lot about Auburn and Oklahoma, though.
Man, what a play. Yep. So the Michigan kicker just made one from 56. It'd be 57.
In 4th and 7 for Western Michigan, they had a chance to tie, and it's not going to happen.
3rd down and 10.
For Toledo, 2 timeouts. Oh, I'll be right back. Gotta pee.
Because a field goal would make it a 10-point game.
Play clock down again. The gives to Haynes. And Haynes has got all kinds of room and a big hole and a first down run.
That was a smart call. It's a win-win. You might break it and get a first down, but if you don't, you're in field goal range to make it a 10-point game.
Boy, how big has number 22 been today?
He sure has. And that offensive line, again, Nathan Afabi does a good job at guard. Evan Link does a good job outside. I mean, the Michigan offensive line has done their job up front.
There's the mix of run and pass on this drive. It's Got over 5 minutes.
Timeout, Nebraska. First charge of the half.
Nebraska takes a timeout with 7:22 to go in the ball game. So on that last third down, Justin Haynes on 3rd and 10 rips it off for 19 yards. Tonight on CBS, second game of our college football doubleheader. It's all about the Apple Cup. Washington takes on Washington State. That's tonight at 7:30 here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
I think there was a mix-up on this play right now. Nebraska takes a timeout. They really had 11 guys out here, but I don't think this guy knows what he's doing. He's looking back and saying, am I out here? Am I not out here? And that's what forced the timeout by Nebraska. And those timeouts are valuable now here in these last, 7 minutes of this football game when you're behind by 7 and a potential field goal staring in your face right here.
Michigan on this drive, 11 play coming up, has converted 3rd and 5, 3rd and 9, and 3rd and 10.
They did.
Here it's first down at the 20. They fake the jet sweep. Underwood keeps it and loses a yard.
That's the second design run by Michigan all day. The other one was better.
Don't forget, later in the game, before we're done, it's the play of the game presented by Jersey Mike Subs. Got a lot to choose from on plays of the game.
They do. It's for sure. Only the second design quarterback run of the game.
And one of those went for a touchdown. Second down, 11. Quarterback draw again. And he's got the first down. It's 1st and goal at the 9.
Back-to-back plays. That's that quarterback draw. Again, they feel what the score is. 7-point game. They don't want to put it into the true freshman quarterback's hand throwing the ball. Might as well use his legs.
He is a heck of a runner when he does take off.
You're taking off the clock. You should get it. There's no way you're going to miss a field goal here, you don't think. Good conservative game plan.
1st and goal at the 9. Back to Haynes for a couple.
Now you got to watch this clock right here. They should be taking it down every play as low as they can. The play clock. Take your time. Take your 40 seconds.
The first red zone appearance.
Could be a much-awaited dagger.
Touchdowns have come from long range.
And that's exactly what
in the Michigan and Nebraska ball game.
They don't even give them a play until there's 15 seconds on the play clock.
In the red zone so far this year, they're 12 out of 13 with 10 touchdowns.
And Troy is actually going to take the lead with 45 seconds left as well. The Trojans down 17-0 entering the 4th quarter. They have stormed all the way back. And now Troy has the lead against the Buffalo Bulls.
Coming right at you.
Yes, you got Festus Hayes in front of him.
The Trojans may mess around and seize victory from the jaws of defeat.
It runs even though you got out of bounds on that one. Smart play to run it wide.
We do also get an update on the Notre Dame game as well. They've been in 11 away since halftime. We do get a resumption of happening at around 7 p.m. Eastern. That'll be coming back up in about 20 minutes.
And it's a quarterback run, and he's not going to get there. So it's 4th down.
I wonder, remember, Nebraska's taken one of their timeouts already. Do they take it now? 15-play drive by Michigan with a 7-point lead on the road.
So Underwood has done his job to get it that close. And now Dominic Zabata. As Gary said, this should be a chip shot. He did miss a 47-yarder last week, and he's missed 2 on the year, but this is from 21 in the left hash. And it's up and it's perfect. So a long drive, time-consuming drive.
That is championship football right there for Michigan.
The 10-point lead.
All right, so something interesting developing. So Ball State, they actually did a late touchdown. 11 seconds left. They're going to attempt the onside kick.
Trips at it or 2 opportunities at it, you'll pick up 1.
So check in now. Storeville, Connecticut.
And so they've got them loaded to the right side. Got the hands team up front for UConn, and here we
Even
go.
if they recover this is not fully over either. It looks like Ball State. No, they do not have their timeout. Okay, UConn is going to recover the onside kick.
Skylar Bell was scooping up everything else.
And because they recover the onside kick,
kickoff of the game.
it looks like UConn will survive. 31-25 victory for the Huskies. They'll get back to 500 while Ball State, I believe they will fall to 1-3 when it's all said and done.
One big hop.
After the catch, as Gray fired a bullet to Chance Morrow, who made that grab.
And that's a great way to start it with a big possession play right there.
Chance Morrow, big catch from the 45-yard line of Buffalo. 30 seconds left. Gray will throw the quick out. First down and
All right, Buffalo gets to about the 40-yard line here.
after the catch, backing his way about 8 more yards for the Buffalo Bulls. Again, that's Chance Morrow making that grab. Let me correct myself. It was Victor Snow on the catch. Snow made the grab.
In Michigan, they did get a field goal attempt as well.
Again, as we told, a field goal is not a part of this equation here.
No, sir.
Down by 4 are the Buffalo Bulls, but I tell you what, how about the way Gunnar Gray has stepped up and delivered 2 darts for strikes to move the sticks.
Yeah, it was a struggle at first, but when his team needed him to make some plays via passing, he has certainly delivered thus far. And there's still a spot to where you're going to have to take a shot towards the end zone at some point here.
Last week, take a look at Victor Snow. Snow, of course, in what turned out to be the win at Kent State. Inside a minute left, down by 4, Victor Snow made that grab on the corner route for the touchdown. Does he or one of his teammates have that in him again?
All right, here we go. Can Buffalo be a hero?
Gonna load it up deep to the end zone.
Oh, you got to catch that. They're not going to give you that.
Of Chance Morrow, and Morrow could not haul it in. Look at the defensive coverage.
Wow, I thought he had that.
Right, Chance is asking for a penalty.
And then Western Michigan, hang on now. This could be the game time touchdown. No, he's brought down at the 5-yard line. He's been clotheslined.
Back for the Troy Trojans are knocking it out of his hand at the last second.
Kalino
We're staying at Buffalo for right now. Buffalo playing for his life.
He just on his back, but they're not going to call that.
No.
This is win or lose. Even if Western Michigan scores, we're just looking at overtime.
21-17 Troy. Lot of time now that that pocket broke down as Gunnar Gray's throw
And at this point,
was
Gunnar
incomplete.
At this point, Gunnar head towards the end zone. That's only going to help your cause. Nothing in the middle of the football field is going to help.
Buffalo offensively going with 4 wide receivers and, of course, L.J. Henderson.
Yeah, and what I would like to see in a situation like this is your biggest receiver, sure-handed receiver, isolate him to one side and have the other 3 guys run down the football field.
2 plays? Probably got time for 2.
If that.
Be tough to squeeze 3 out of it. Gray to put it up. Came underneath and is caught.
Oh no, is that a first down?
Too quickly? Are they going to give him the first down? L.J. Henderson hauled it in. Well, Troy's sideline is trying to say, wait a minute, he wasn't at the sticks.
Yeah, it is close.
Which means you got no timeouts left. The clock should keep running.
No, it says that Buffalo has 1 timeout, though.
Yeah, that was...
Did they have 1 left?
We still haven't got a sign if it's a first down or not, so we're waiting to determine that. But right now, we still see.
Yeah, we'll just wait and see.
Third and short.
Yeah, they spotted the football.
4th and short now.
They spotted the football at the 28-yard line of Troy. In this 21-17 Troy Trojans lead for that man, head coach Jared Parker.
Well, the coaching point's really simple here on the defensive side. Keep everything in front of you and knock it down. Do not allow anyone to body you up like it's a basketball rebound. And if you're the Buffalo Bulls, that's exactly what you're thinking. Who are my sure-handed receivers? Put them in a position to where they can make a play in the end zone. I do not foresee any type of horizontal routes taking place right now.
Because remember, this is 4th down now.
Yeah, on top of that.
If they don't pick up any yardage, this football game's done. You talk about the end zone, but they've got to make sure they get more than one play if necessary. Got to pick up a 1st down to do it. And now we get a Troy timeout.
And obviously they're calling a timeout to see what they're doing on the offensive side from a formation standpoint. There are no more timeouts, so now we must play ball.
21-17 Troy, 8 ticks left.
Now you can get a quick out and still have a couple seconds left.
Well, you can.
So that's part of the process, but I got a feeling they're going to go end zone.
I think, Gerard, you pretty much have to. I mean, if somehow you threw the football, I mean, what?
Well,
incomplete, and even with 8 seconds left, you don't have any timeouts left. They're going to stop the clock quickly, but if they got the 1st down, you still have to get lined up and get ready to snap.
Right, and though he's been really good in this drive, Gray has not shown much on the touch on the shorter passes, so I don't know if you want to take that chance either.
Gunnar Gray, the backup for Taquan Roberson, is taking over now. 8 seconds left. Buffalo down by 4, 21-17. 4th and 1 for Gunnar Gray. Gray to put it up. Lofts it end zone. It is batted down with 3 ticks left. Football over on downs to the Troy Trojans, who look very much like they've come in here to UB Stadium and come from behind to potentially win it.
Right, and you have the isolation, but why not put him to one side by himself? Why draw more attention to your tall receiver? And right there, he's playing DB more than he's playing receiver. Go after the football, try to catch it. No point in trying to knock it down. You try to catch it.
So head coach Jared Parker and his Troy Trojans in victory formation. Yeah, this is ultimate victory formation.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker.
Get this snap off clean, and this one is over. Troy has come back and absolutely stole the homestanding Buffalo Bulls with this 21-17 win. As Tucker Kilcrease, the quarterback of Troy, led the comeback, and some strong defense in the 4th quarter by the Trojans as well.
Yeah, when Tucker needed to turn it on, get on the right track, he certainly did that and brought his team back from the depths of defeat to steal one from the Buffalo Bulls. Great effort on his part, and showed you, Michael, you have to play the game till the end.
You got it, Parker. Partner, no question about it. So it's Troy that comes up with this 4th quarter.
Downfield. Shelton Sampson comes up big, the 6'4" target, double covered. Are you kidding me?
If they give you life, you better take advantage of it. As we see an injured player
being spotted. Officials timeout for an injured player of the offense.
Now the key to that was prior to the ball being spotted, Jason. Had that ball been spotted, it'd be a 10-second runoff, but it wasn't. As you see Sampson just running a 9 route, just flat running through the defense. Unbelievable. Cannot let that happen. Wow. College football, incredible, isn't it? Just when you think you knew how this game was going to end, as someone very, very famous who just retired said, not so fast, my friend.
Lee Corso's influence still all over this beautiful game. 71, George Jackson down. You mentioned he had been hurting. 4th and 24. To recap it, it looked like Louisiana was dead in the water. Just a chance to loft it up. They did that. It was picked off. thought the game was over. Roughing the passer called, automatic first down. And Chris Creighton, we said a couple minutes ago, it felt like he still had a lot of coaching to do. I don't think we thought after that 4th and 24 was going to go much longer.
Right.
But this game nowhere near over with 1:04 left. Well, here we go, buckle up. There is some fourth quarter Southern magic left in Louisiana. Beal overthrew that, but what is this call as there was a lot of hand fighting and entanglement there.
I think you're going to have some defensive holding.
Dobbs goes palms up like, what did I do? There was a lot of fighting between the hands on both sides.
Holding.
Right.
Defense, number 17.
So Western Michigan, they actually go for the 2-point conversion while I was
so they get Dobbs.
you know, reading like a wife and the baby.
This is
and
ridiculous. I mean,
the
let's be
conversion was
honest about
actually
it.
good.
As disciplined and as well as EMU has played up until the final seconds of this game.
And all the momentum.
Yes.
All the momentum.
And again, I think that first rough and passive was completely bogus.
Louisiana,
but since
meanwhile,
then, this is crazy.
First and 10
Eastern Michigan crowd
from the
trying to
10-yard
their
line.
team to a stop.
That's
Louisiana, of
happening
course,
as
needs
well.
a touchdown and the extra point.
And to top it off,
Beal
Troy
wants the
actually
end zone. Once
comeback.
Williams, back
They actually
corner,
found a way to win
incomplete, covered by
21-17.
Solis there.
Well, that will
I don't understand
eliminate Buffalo from
inability to
Smith.
run the football,
And
at least to
James-
call it. Where you are inside the 20-yard line, you've got a timeout. It's 51 seconds, which is an eternity. You still are a running football team. Your best football players are in your backfield. I just don't understand how you don't give them an opportunity to run it in.
2 penalties for 25 yards for Eastern Michigan on this drive has given Louisiana a couple of first downs. This is 2nd and 10.
There we go. Louisiana
From
with
the
chance
10,
of time.
50 seconds left. They go to the ground. Hole open.
They
zone.
got it.
1-point
Touchdown.
game. Perry pierces the end zone. A chance to tie or possibly take the lead if you want to go for 2.
Doesn't have to be complicated, Jason Ross Jr. When your best players are your running backs and you've got new life, put it in their hands.
The all-important extra point as they're going to seek to tie this with 47 seconds left. Tony Sterner, 31-31.
31 all.
As improbable
All right, that
of a
being
score.
said, Toledo on the break right now, down by 1. Had to go away. It's going to be 4th and 7. This is just decide the ball game.
Tucker breathing down his neck.
If Toledo does not get this first down,
There for Toledo, they didn't account for him off the edge.
Western Michigan,
That
we're
because
going
they
to come
got
out on
guys standing
top
up and
and
moving around.
leaders. And Toledo will also be effectively eliminated from CFP contention.
For what it's worth, the target line for Toledo would be the 37. Dylan Kunanen's career long is 54 yards, but it's 4th and 7. Gleason
They're going deep.
airs it out.
Going up and it's broken up. There's no flag either.
Got a hand on it for Western Michigan.
Western Michigan is going to win. They are going to stun Toledo. 14-13.
Oh, it's going to be a party in Kalamazoo tonight, buddy. That was a big, big win. Tip the cap, though.
All right, so that's
The official on the far sideline indicating it's against Oklahoma.
Pass interference. Defense number 4. And the results. Automatic. First down.
And this has been a very favorable matchup all game long for Auburn. It's Guillory working against Cam Coleman. Left arm grabbing the shoulder most of the way. Right there, left hand. No question. Big question is, was the throw catchable? But I think still, either way, it's pretty
All right,
obvious
so that-
defensive holding or defensive pass interference.
So Toledo, Western Michigan game. That came final.
First and goal.
Same thing. With a 2-1-4 game, Auburn, first and goal, chance for them to take the lead as well. And they get the end zone, touchdown, Auburn.
Simmons has tied the game with 7:08 to go.
All right, so the touchdown drive is going to be completed there. Eastern Michigan,
in space.
40 seconds left.
Past the
They have a
40-yard
chance
line.
to seize victory.
Won't be enough for a first
Can
down.
they do it here in regulation, or are we looking at
Stop the
overtime?
clock at 35 seconds.
Tim Leger said the best when they're at, excuse me, not Tim Leger, I've got the wrong coordinator. How about Mike Piatowski says,
please reset the game clock to 36 seconds. 36 seconds on the game clock, please.
when Noah Kim is at his best, he's taking what the defense gives him. In this situation, this 2-minute hurry-up situation with a timeout, 36 seconds, you do not have to be over-aggressive with the football. You can move
James
the
Madison
chains by
also
taking
is
what
going
the
to
defense
go
gives
final.
you.
They beat Liberty 31-13.
The middle of the
It is
field
James
is
Madison's
open. And again, in
first
college football,
consecutive
the clock will
victory
stop momentarily
versus
on all
a
first
team
downs.
from the
You
state
don't
of
have to force
Virginia
anything. So if these outside passes
in a statement
along the
win
sidelines
in a
aren't
battle
there,
of Blue Red.
take what the defense gives you. The check down will be there.
Chris Creighton said, I've still got deep belief in what's possible for this team during an 0-3 start. A lot of that belief rests in his grad student QB, Noah Kim, who has a ton of experience. They added a second onto the clock, 36 ticks left in this fourth. Kim well protected.
All right, go.
Flags out, has to scurry, just gets out of bounds.
See, he had the check down, he didn't take it. He had the release zone on the outside, Dante McMillan in the flat. He could have taken it quickly. McMillan would have got the first down and got out of bounds. He tried to get a little greedy and look downfield, and that's when the rush showed up. Very critical in this situation.
All right, go. 30 seconds left.
Your free throws, so to speak. They're free plays to get first downs. You got to take them.
3rd and 1 here. Clock stopped at 30 seconds.
All right, so Heinrich Harburg, the Nebraska tight end, he is going to find his way into the end zone.
Drop back, had the check
Get a
down
touchdown.
available, kept it instead, throws it downfield, man open,
Oh,
inside of the
Eastern
30,
Michigan's now going to be in field goal range. They have a chance to start the range.
Oh, he's living dangerously. you saw the shallow. Yeah.
I saw the check down.
That shallow crosser was wide open. He said, I want more. And the rush was bearing down on him. It worked out.
They get inside of Rudy Kessinger's range.
Wow.
All right, so Nebraska does get the extra point
on this kid.
That being said, though,
7-yard game, dart to the sideline.
Nebraska is going to need the onside kick.
Watch the shallow cross. There he is, wide open. He says, no, I don't care that the rush is on my heels. I'm going to make a hero play by getting outside the pocket and finding my big tight end, Joshua Long, wide open along the sidelines. And why was he wide open? If you're Louisiana, you got to be as deep as the deepest and as wide as the widest in this situation because the clock is an extra defender against the Eagles.
From here, it's a 46-yard field goal. Still 18 seconds left.
Don't be shocked at a run here, Jason Ross Jr. They have a timeout.
Third and final charge timeout.
Yeah, I wonder if they do actually go. Okay, so while we do have the timeout in Eastern Michigan, on Nebraska, they are attempting their onside kick.
To open up Big Ten play for these two teams.
They do have one timeout, actually 2 timeouts to work with. So the game isn't automatically over if they don't get this onside. However, if they don't, then things get very dicey for the Cornhuskers in their upset bid attempt. The kick is recovered by Michigan. Okay. So we'll check back in on them in a second. But
at the end of the day, you're a running
with that being said,
one of
18
your best
seconds
players is
left.
your quarterback, so I understand putting it in his hands as well.
Saw the first-year kicker, Rudy Kessinger, on the sideline there. Wonder what his nervous system feels like right now. Missed his last attempt.
Light box, they got this defense spread out.
Another score update here. Florida State is continuing to slaughter Kent State.
That takes the run game out of it unless it's going to be quarterback run.
Kim looking to pass to the sideline. Incomplete. Quick decision to throw that away. Only receiver in the vicinity was Devereaux.
First down for Michigan's going to win the game,
Smart. He
though.
wants to avoid the sack that may take his team out of field goal range. That's just a smart play. Once you throw that pass beyond the line of scrimmage toward a receiver, it takes downing out of the equation. If you're Louisiana, do you bring that pressure that you're showing or do you back out? I say you play coverage.
They give it to McMillan, running to the right side, now expecting that timeout to come in a hurry.
There's a timeout.
7 seconds left on the clock. Should be time for Rudy Kessinger.
Charge timeout. Eastern Michigan.
Surprised he didn't let it run down, though, Jason. Let this be the last play of the game, though. Why would you not run it down to at least 2 or 3 seconds so that we know 100% it's the last play of the game?
Chris Creighton wasn't happy about something. You saw head coach for Eastern Michigan in there irate, talking with his staff. We're talking to the officials, but here he's talking to the officials with 7 seconds left.
Dude, we'll have a touchdown to UCF North Carolina game.
Coming out to try to
That is still going.
Eastern Michigan the lead.
It got done with a 2-minute timeout, and Michigan is going to pick up the first down.
Go-ahead field goal.
That's going to be ball game.
I think this argument, Jason, is that he didn't call a timeout because he understands that, hey, he's not trying to speak to existence, but what if there's
Michigan is going to survive
or block or whatever, Louisiana can get this ball back with real time left on the clock. So I think he's upset that, hey, I didn't call timeout yet.
They're going to win 30-27. UCF on the other hand, that's the day for the Knights, man. Got to get full credit due.
Redeems himself
And
here.
that's good.
And the Eagles are in front with 3 seconds left.
Now he took his helmet off, Jason. Look, you know how I feel about kickers. And what a great job by Kessinger to make the kick.
The field goal was good.
But you
the play was over.
can't.
Like conduct. Offense number 46 removing his helmet. It's his first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game.
You just robbed yourself of an unbelievable moment by taking your helmet off. Great kick, though. And he boomed it.
First-year kicker, he'll learn from that, but this the moment that he's hoping to celebrate at the end of the night today.
Sure. And again, Coach Creighton is upset that this isn't a walk-off because he didn't want to call timeout when the timeout was called. But Kessinger thought it was a walk-off. He's acting like there is no time left on the clock. And now they're yelling at him, put your helmet back on, and that's why that smile's off his face. Well, at least he got all of it, right? He got the most out of it. But
no, you're right. You wonder if they thought it was a walk-off initially. Instead, let's see some lateral and trickery work here from Louisiana with 3 seconds.
So here we go. Can the Raging Cajuns find a way to pull some magic off?
You'll have one play down the field. So there's no way you pop this ball up. You kick a hard mortar ball, which is like a squiggler kick, but down to at least the 25-yard line. You boom this thing low and hard and let it hit the ground. See, I don't like kicking it up in the air in this situation because it creates this. Obviously, you say, well, it's one play, 3 seconds left. Well, what happens if it's another roughing a passer? What happens if it's a pass interference? And now you got untimed down situations. This game has been crazy enough. I'm kicking that ball on the ground and making them pick the ball up and run this clock out.
It has been a day where right when you think it's over, it's not.
Then at the conclusion of this play, we are going to sign
give
off.
themselves a few more lives than we expected.
Once the Raging Cajuns somehow go to overtime.
Seconds left now.
So with 3 seconds, that takes the quick out pattern, stop the clock out of it. So this is going to be the crazy play that every offense walks through on every Friday. I think you're going to see some pitching.
Eastern Michigan rushes through.
Oh, here we go.
Beal, it is caught. First lateral.
Oh, hang on now.
To Sampson Jr.
You got to reverse the ball.
Drops
there you
it
go.
back. Beal once more.
That's a forward pass.
Williams. He gets
And that's
caught.
it. That's ball game.
It would have been a forward pass anyway. So
That was a forward pass. So that means we are going to see Eastern Michigan come out on top. They win 34-31. only game that's not left from the 3:30 window, that is Oklahoma and Auburn. Oklahoma, that game is still happening on ABC. Oklahoma just got inside 6 minutes. So with that being said, I am going to sign off. But guys, thank you guys so much for tuning into College Football Red Zone here today. If you enjoyed this week's edition of College Football Red Zone, do me a huge favor, hit that like and subscribe button if you are on the YouTube platform that helps grow the channel over here on YouTube. And then on Twitch, if you are watching on Twitch right now as well, make sure you go ahead and click that follow button. We on most Saturdays we'll be going live to some degree. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is Jake, your main host, signing off.